You can start your day any way you want. Shoes on, shoes off, still in bed. We don't care. We are ready to stand tall next to you in the midweek. How are you, my beautiful friend?
So good.
You are always just too glamorous. I tried.
Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to need a pocket square or something. I feel fantastic this morning. You look absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully you're feeling the same.
Listen, Gray, we were inspired by the fact that it was the Oscars red carpet.
Yes,
and
sir.
so we thought we'd put on a red lip, put on some glam, and feel really good, especially for you, Expresso fam. So thank you for joining us today. And I will say, besides the Oscars, today marks such a special day.
Really?
It is World Global Recycling Day. It took me a second to get there.
You recycled the word world and into global, because that's what we're going to do. Recycle what you can. No, it's about a shift in thinking. I think a moment to rethink, recalibrate, if you will, the way that we see waste. Not as rubbish, but as a resource that can be transformed into something new. And you know how we do it on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to blow your mind.
We are
with the
always. Now, this morning, we're celebrating sustainability in a big way. And we're joined by a young Cape Town designer, Keenan van Kuj, who's basically got this brand called Swan Boy, and it's making waves with sashimi, a striking garment created entirely from recycled plastic water bottles. And that, of course, is to highlight the impact of microplastics on our environment.
And it's massive, and it's happening on a scale that I think few of us truly wrap our heads around. And then later, we continue that sustainability conversation in the kitchen as chefs Carla Schulze and Matt Vandenberg show us how thoughtful ingredients and zero waste cooking, and I'm guessing a whole lot of love, can turn a comforting classic into something truly sensational. Oh, I'm going to struggle with the fast today, I think,
No. We're both eating today.
I have a feeling it's time to just push the boat out just a little bit, because I'll do it just for you this morning.
Let me go and do the news.
You see, because on a culinary hotline day, we know what it's like in this kitchen. Now, an opportunity for you to increase your knowledge, and we've got encyclopedic knowledge from Jay, Chef Clem, and of course our two guest chefs today. They are ready to answer any of your questions, but maybe take a sustainability focus. If you are struggling with something in your own kitchen, maybe there is a waste product that you haven't found a use for, whether that's in the kitchen or out of it, in fact. Be inspired to ask the right questions and think critically about it. COVID gave us a little bit of that. Let's go back into that recycling mindset. What waste can we reuse? What can we plug into where? And let's make a plan, because that's what South Africans do. And on Recycling Day, and this is a global initiative, we can make our mark felt. Well, speaking of the global perspective, let's connect with the rest of the world right now. It's been a crazy week to take us to your midweek bulletin, but let's kickstart our Wednesday with the news.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. With 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's dive straight into your national news headlines, where conjoined twin boys born in January at the Mankweng Hospital outside Polokwane have been successfully separated in a complex procedure lasting more than 8 hours. Now, the twins, delivered by a 29-year-old mother, transferred from Maputo Malaishi Hospital, are in stable condition and recovering in the neonatal ICU. Limpopo Premier Popi Ramathuba, herself a medical doctor, has praised the surgical team led by Dr. Nyalaweleni Chifularo, highlighting the operation as a milestone for rural healthcare and a reflection of a growing medical skill, collaboration and capacity within the province's health system. In other national news, heavy rains across parts of Limpopo are threatening crops and damaging infrastructure, with rivers and dams overflowing and disrupting farming operations. Now, the Mabunda Farmers Cooperative near Tsanin, has been forced to use a massive generator after flooding damaged its transformer, affecting citrus production as well as pest control efforts. Persistent rainfall in Vemba and Mopani districts has caused widespread destruction, with bridges collapsing and isolating communities, including access to roads and routes to Donald Fraser Hospital. Authorities say disaster teams are on high alert, while some schools have been temporarily closed. Taking a look at your international news making headlines now, where at least 23 people have been killed and more than 100 wounded in suspected suicide bombings in Maiduguri, northeastern Nigeria. Now, 3 explosions struck crowded locations, including a major market and near the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. Authorities suspect Boko Haram, though no group has claimed responsibility. Now, the attack followed a foiled militant assault nearby, raising fears of coordinated violence. Security has been intensified with many public spaces closed amid growing anxiety. Meanwhile, British Airways has cancelled flights to several Middle Eastern destinations until June, as regional conflict continues to disrupt global aviation. Routes to Amman, Bahrain, Dubai and Tel Aviv are suspended through 31 May, while Doha flights remain limited until then. Services to Riyadh and Jeddah continue, with Abu Dhabi expected to resume later in the year. Airlines worldwide are grappling with rising fuel costs and shifting travel demand as instability across the region complicates operations. And closing off on this note with a bold conservation idea from South African tech pioneer Mark Shuttleworth is bringing fresh hope to Principal Island. Now, it's famous for its dense rainforests, volcanic peaks and extraordinary biodiversity. Through his non-profit, the Fire Foundation, up to 3,000 adult residents will receive a yearly, quote, natural dividend of about $958 for helping safeguard the island's forests as well as its wildlife. Now, the island on Africa's west coast forms part of a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve and is home to rare creatures found nowhere else on Earth, including the tiny Princip thrush as well as the brilliantly coloured Princip kingfisher. Now, the $17.5 million pilot also invests in housing and education, showing how protecting nature can uplift communities and also preserve a remarkable island paradise. Well, we'll definitely keep that note of sustainability throughout the show today, so do stick around. For now, though, let's get into your first bit of sports with Graham.
Great to track you down, Mr. Mark Shuttleworth. We'll see you soon, sir. Let's get into our sporting news. A little bit crazy in the world of sport as well. A woman Proteas, they've bounced back to beat New Zealand's women by 18 runs in their second T20 International at Seddon Park. Tasman Brits and Laura Wolfhard led the charge. I think we really want those franchise positions now. Ayabonga Kaka then starring with 4 for 27. She has found another level. That to seal a series levelling victory. One still left in the bag. Now we stay with cricket as Devon Conway struck a gritty 60 as New Zealand's men posted 175 for 6 before bowling out the Proteas for 107 to win by 68 runs in Hamilton. To flip the script a little bit, Ben Sears leading the attack there with 3 for just 14, while Lockie Ferguson added 3 wickets as that series was again levelled at 1 apiece. Great to have something in it going into that third game. Now let's bring it back to local football as Mamelodi Sundowns had to fight back, show some mettle to beat Marumo Gallants 3-1 at Loftus Versfeld. Keanu Cupido continued his brilliant season to open the scoring before Nyaba Yitatetwa and Glodlo levelled from the spot. And then Tebogo Mokoena netted twice after the break to seal the victory and of course send Sundowns to the top of the Premiership table. Buccaneers still chasing hard. Now we cast a wider gaze, get the European connection now as Paris Saint-Germain crushed Chelsea 3-0 to seal an emphatic 8-2 aggregate win at Stamford Bridge. That while Arsenal eased past Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. Then Real Madrid, they knocked out Manchester City 5-1 on aggregate, securing that with a 2-1 away win to book their quarter-final spots. And there's some crazy African footballing news circulating as we speak. We'll try and get the latest on that as well. But right now, the latest on the weather. It's the midweek slump. Not for everybody. We're going to push back. Hopefully some beautiful weather heading your way.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's check out what's happening with your weather across the country. Getting started out in Polokwane, there is a 45% chance of rain today, with afternoon thunderstorms that are expected. Now, temperatures will begin at 18 degrees and rise to a pleasant 27. A nice summer's day for you. Now, looking ahead, cloudy and wet conditions will continue, with temperatures staying in the upper 20s as the week develops. Moving over to Klerksdorp now, scattered thunderstorms are the order of the day with rain chance at about 40%. Now temperatures start with a cool 14, but don't worry because it does peak at 25 today. And as the week progresses, expect increasing chances of rain, and that will be averaging at about 31% come the weekend. Into Pretoria we go next, where you'll experience some morning showers, with the rest of the day being partly cloudy. And let's look at your temperatures. It starts at 18 and then it rises to 25 as your high. When it comes to rain, it is forecast for the remainder of the week, with Friday chanced at 75. Let's see if the same holds over for Johannesburg now, where you can expect scattered thunderstorms with rain predicted at around 45% across your region. Now your temperatures begin at a low of 14, but then reaches a warmer 22 degrees as the day develops. Days to come bring you cloudy and wet conditions, with temperatures ranging between 14 and 25 degrees. Into Mbombela we go, where today brings you cloudy skies along with afternoon thunderstorms. Your temperatures will begin at 19, but then rise to a pleasant 27 degrees. For the rest of your week, cloudy conditions will persist, with rain chanced as it increases as the week goes on. Moving into Bloemfontein next, where the day brings you some morning blessings, forecast at about 35%. Expect temperatures to climb from a mild 14 to a warmer 26 as your max. And looking ahead, expect temperatures in the upper 20s with some light showers along the way forecasted. All right, let's head to the coastline now. In Richards Bay today, it is a bright and sunny start to your day, turning cloudy and wet later on, so enjoy it while it lasts. Temperatures will range from a warm 22 and increase to a hotter 30 degrees today. As for the rest of your week, cloudy and wet conditions remain, with temperatures holding in the upper 20s. Out into Durban now, where you can expect mostly sunny skies today, with temperatures starting at 23, and that will climb to a high of 29 degrees. Looking ahead, cloud cover increases towards the weekend, with moderate rain gradually making its presence felt. From Durban, we move to Mthatha now, where you can expect a 90% chance of rain today, with afternoon thunderstorms that will be on the cards. Temperatures will begin at a cool 17 and rise to a comfortable 27 degrees. As for the rest of your week, it is the wet and cloudy conditions that are set to persist. Let's see what Cradock has for you today. Well, it's wet conditions that's set to dominate your area, with afternoon thunderstorms along the way. Temperatures will rise from a mild 15 degrees to a pleasant 28. And looking at the days ahead, temperatures remain in the upper 20s and rainy conditions do increase as the week goes on. Out in Ebeja, today brings scattered thunderstorms with a 55% chance of rain. Now temperatures will climb from a warm 19 degrees to 27 as your high. Continuing on to the week, warm weather continues with partly cloudy skies and a few light showers along the way. Out in the gorgeous George, expect some light showers today with scattered thunderstorms across your region. Temperatures will rise from a cool 17 to a comfortable 22 degrees. Now looking ahead, rain will persist until Saturday, with temperatures holding in the lower 20s. As for the mother city, out in Cape Town, morning showers kick off your Wednesday with a southerly breeze. Temperatures, well, they range between 18 and 26 degrees today, but it will be clear skies later in the week with strong winds that will arrive from Saturday. Out in Sutherland on this Wednesday, expect mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms in some areas. Temperatures will climb from 12 and then warm up to a nice 25 degrees. Now tomorrow, a 50% chance of rain is expected, with clouds and sun alternating for the rest of the week. Moving into Kimberley next, let's see what we've got for you. Partly cloudy skies are expected today with a light 20% chance of rain. As for your temperatures, they'll vary between 15 and 28 degrees. Over the next coming days, expect weather conditions to remain the same, with temperatures in the lower 30s. Nice warm weather in Kimberley. Let's see if Uppington can compete. Well, out in Uppies today promises mostly sunny skies with some afternoon thunderstorms that you can expect. Temperatures start at a warm 20 degrees, climbing to a hot high of 33. Now looking ahead, there is a 50% chance of rain expected tomorrow, with highs hitting 35 degrees. Definitely warm out there in Uppington, Kimberley too, and I definitely know that we are going to get into an even hotter image when it comes to your sunrise view of this hour. So let's check out East London through the eyes of Keith Dyer out in Ganobi. Beautiful, beautiful. I promised you the heat, and East London definitely is sitting at a nice 27 degrees today, Keith. So thank you so much for showing us exactly what that will look like. A nice way to kickstart the Wednesday to get into the weekend. We're halfway there. Don't even worry about it. But on this number 063-036-9649, you can let us know exactly what it's looking like on your side of town.
Keenan Van Koy is here. I wasn't going to build it up, but of course, you can see very firmly on your screen right now that the style is going to overtake an avant-garde designer who is using plastic in the most dramatic way. Oh, my friend. Okay, thank you for lowering down to give me a beautiful warm embrace a little bit earlier. I really do appreciate that. I have a feeling my neck's going to be a little bit sore today, but it's worth it because the view is amazing. How are you feeling about your television debut today?
Very good, very excited and overwhelmed, but yeah, very excited.
And we're a little bit overwhelmed that you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You are changing the world and looking fabulous as you do it.
Thank you.
But in a moment, we're going to introduce you in light of Global Recycling Day to what Keenan is doing to not just transform the fashion industry, but the entire space that we live in. Microplastics, one of the biggest problems we are facing as a species, as a planet at the moment. And we're going to give you the most beautiful way to push back after the break. Glorious, in fact. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. Welcome back on Global Recycling Day. Some of us need a little bit of a recycling every once in a while. Some of us absolutely obsess about doing it. Those amazing ways that we can repurpose something, reimagine it. So here's the question we're posing to you on World Recycling Day. What's your favorite way to reuse or repurpose something instead of just throwing it away? Oh, I'm thinking where I've come a long way with the show is obviously in the fresh food space, making sure that we have as few offcuts, anything going to waste as possible. and what leaves the kitchen then first goes into the compost patch. And I think we have cut down the amount of leftover waste by 2/3 since COVID, which is quite a thing. And that's something that my family did, that we worked on together. And I'm so, so proud of that. What is that for you? Maybe you've got a great idea loading as an entrepreneur. Maybe you exist in the fashion space and you've seen a way of using something in a way that we just can't imagine yet. 063-036-9649. Send us an inspiring voice note, because that's where we are going to be for the whole morning this morning. We're going to introduce you to some very inspiring recyclers.
Oh man, and when we say recyclers, we say that with a capital R, because this is setting the bar for the rest of us across the country and beyond. Now this morning we're joined by a young Cape Town designer who's turning fashion into a powerful statement. We're talking about none other than Keenan van Coy, graduated from the Design Academy of Fashion in 2024, so quite recently, and has been building his brand bit by bit. And known for slow avant-garde designs inspired by both nature but also fantasy, and we'll give you a look into that in just a little bit. He's got his latest project and it's called Sashimi. I only know sashimi that you can eat. This one you can wear. Now it's recently gone viral, a striking garment made entirely from recycled plastic water bottles, created to highlight the impact of microplastics, of course, on our environment. Keenan joins us this morning to share more about the inspiration behind the piece and also how fashion can truly spark conversation about sustainability. So let's give him a feel-good welcome, everybody. Let's go. First of all, you look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you that we can sit down, because Graham looks short next to you. I'm going to look even tinier, but we both look fabulous, and that's the point of today.
Exactly.
Take us back to your love for fashion. I mean, I can see that it's just in you. So where did that passion really spark?
So I always knew that I wanted to do fashion. Even when I was very young, I grew up surrounded by nature, and I was always drawn to shiny things and flowers in the garden or sparkles in the ripples of water. So I always knew. And when I went to college, that's where I really developed my style. And it's always been very slow as a whole. So I've always, before I knew how to sew, I was already teaching myself with my hands before I even had a sewing machine.
Wow.
So slow fashion has always been at the heart of
what you do?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so tell me a bit more about the integration of nature and also wildlife, but then also bringing in inspiration of fantasy, right?
Yes.
How does that come together, and why did you draw nature?
So because of my upbringing surrounded by nature, what I've always been drawn to is the ocean, but finding different ways to interpret what we find in the ocean. So more of the fantasy, maybe mermaids or also swans I've been very drawn to.
Beautiful.
So I wanted to kind of create a world where I could combine the two, this nature and fantasy vibe, and just, it's like my own world that I've created surrounding these pieces.
I love that. Well, it's your world and we get an opportunity to step into it. Speaking about it, your project Sashimi.
Yes.
Now, earlier I mentioned the fact that we eat sashimi, right? And we love it. But this project recently went viral for a different reason, not because we can eat it. But tell me about the original idea, where the name came from and what we're about to witness in a second.
Yeah, so I'm a very symbolic designer, so I love a good metaphor in my work. So the name sashimi is kind of just highlighting how a lot of the food that we are eating is contaminated with microplastics, which we are self-inflicting.
Right.
So sashimi may be known as a very, fancy food that you eat at a high-class restaurant, but it's actually contaminated with microplastics.
Sure.
Yeah, so I wanted this piece to resemble the scales that you would find on a fish or a mermaid. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're talking about it and now we have to see it. So please, Keenan, can we bring in this gorgeous piece? You'll hear it before you even see it. Bring in the model. Oh, I am utterly obsessed. Tell us exactly what we're witnessing and how you put this garment together.
Yeah, so I used these plastic bottles that I'm holding.
Wow.
It involved me cutting up the pieces and then melting them with a flame.
Sure.
And then I would puncture the pieces by hand with this heat gun that put in tiny holes. And then I would basically mold all these pieces together, custom to a model, with jump rings. Yes.
Oh, that's what we're seeing in between.
Yeah.
Wait, how does she get into this dress?
It's very much a play. It's very modular, so
Okay.
it can be very easily tailored, comes apart quite easily. So I used clasps, and also sometimes I get the pliers out. So she's plied into this.
Slide
Yeah.
into this dress.
Yes.
Well, you look absolutely gorgeous. The compliment of even the flowers on the shoes, the bag being a fish as well. Can you please give us another 360? Oh, the sound really gets me every time.
Yes.
Oh, I absolutely love to see that, Keenan.
Thank you.
Okay, so you also, I feel like you make wearable fashion.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd be able to sit in this very comfortably all day, but I mean, this we can see on a red carpet,
For
at a
sure.
beautiful, glamorous event.
Yes.
Is that the intention? Where do you kind of see your looks going?
Definitely. My focus is often statement pieces.
Yeah.
So me and Juanita, we did wear this out a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Before I even posted the video.
Ooh.
And it was very nice to see the reaction of the public and see the people interacting with the garment and
Yeah.
asking questions. So I wanted it to create a real impact.
Yeah,
That's
it's walking
my
art,
purpose.
essentially. I mean,
Yeah.
look at her. Was it really difficult to work with the material?
It was actually very smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Once I developed the textile and the concept, the creation of the garment was quite simple, actually. Yeah.
And how many bottles is this?
This is 40.
40
plus
bottles.
of
That's
these- yes,
that
the
size
size,
bottle.
yeah.
And I know that's the sparkling water too. Ah, well, you look sparkling. You look absolutely gorgeous. An absolute transformation. Can I call you a mermaid? I think that I can. Looking ahead, what is the plan for the brand that you have?
Well, I would love to see where I can take this as a concept, especially seeing the reaction it's had online and from everyone. So I'd really like to see how I can move forward with using recycled trash, essentially, as a medium to create more pieces like this. Maybe a different color will come next.
Yes,
a clear
Keenan.
one, yeah. But yeah, I'd love to see what else I can do. She was also wearing earrings,
I
which
was going
forgot
to
to
ask about the
mention.
earrings.
Yeah.
So that was also part of the look.
Yes, yeah. So I could do
Wow.
earrings, maybe bags, while still keeping the eco-conscious ethos in mind.
I love it. One
Yes.
man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
Essentially is what Keenan is saying. And I absolutely love to see it. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you so
we
much.
definitely will keep our eyes fixed, glued to everything that you're about to do and develop. We want to see you on Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, and beyond, Keenan. Congrats, and thank you for doing your part to
Thank
save
you.
the environment
Thank
as
you
well.
so much.
Well, there you have it, Mzansi. What is trending on TikTok? But as I always say, it's not just a trend. This is a lifestyle. We're talking sustainability and creativity coming together in the absolutely most beautiful way as we celebrate on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Global Recycling Day.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Yes, it is a global recycling day. In fact, so we are looking at that opportunity from every angle that we can. And this is probably one of our most Expresso moments this morning. Joining us now are two of the biggest winners from the very prestigious 2026 Lux Restaurant Awards, which celebrates the very best of South Africa's dining scene, and with very good news coming out of this year's, I think, elite level. So if you stood out, it's amazing. And we've got Carla Schulze, who took home Chef of the Year for Salon, and then Matt Vandenberg, whose restaurant, Mercia, was named Restaurant of the Year as well. And yes, together they have done even more. They have also owned the acclaimed street food concept, How Bao Now, awarded Street Food of the Year as well. So a massive congratulations to the both of them. I think we need a live studio audience. We don't have one. We demand one for the rock stars, but they don't come. But you demand that kind of rock star status this morning. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
This is your life path. This is your calling. This is what you do. When you win awards like this, let's speak to the individual feeling, because you represent a team, yes, but when you get this kind of validation and recognition, what does that mean personally?
I think among so much talent and all the incredible chefs in South Africa, I felt so honored to be recognized amongst it. But ultimately, it really is a big thanks to the team. I couldn't do it without them. It's all because of them. So
I can literally feel your muscles just go like, oh, with the team, because you need them, and it's hectic. I joke about early mornings. You guys are up early, you late nights.
Not this early.
Not this early.
I was trying to soften the blow, man. I know it is quite a prospect getting TV ready, but a kitchen's kind of like that. It's unforgiving. You mess up one meal, if someone makes a mistake within that chain, so much could go wrong, but something clearly is going very right. What is it, do you think, that sets you apart?
At Mercia, obviously food's important, but I think all the restaurants in South Africa are cooking amazing food. At Mercia specifically, I think it's the synergy between the front of house and the kitchen. Maria, the owner of the restaurant, has got really amazing 3-star Michelin experience managing restaurants. And obviously from the food side, we super involved on the floor from the kitchen side, and us together obviously gelling really well. And then we also really curate a personal experience from the guest side. So we cater to it, we go above and beyond to make sure it's a memorable experience for the guests.
Because you've got to differentiate. It feels like we're in a golden era for South African chefs. I was in Barcelona recently, and everything I ate, and at some proper restaurants, I was like, I wish a South African chef had made this. But I know we like what we like.
Yeah.
So that must be quite an interesting prospect if you're pushing the boat out, because people know what they like, but you also have to be innovative. How does your style kind of get that right?
I think at Salon I've implemented a very ingredient-focused menu, so seasonality plays a very big role in that.
Because we're in South Africa.
Absolutely, and there's so many heritages and techniques and cultures. I think that coming together really sets us apart as well. But yeah, at Salon we're very celebrate what's in season and really make that the hero of the dish, and just everything else is a supporting act and making that the star. I think less frills and fuss, and very focusing on less elements and perfecting them. Yeah,
purity in dance is also like, if you're going to do the rumba, do the basic step properly, and then move on from that. There is something about South Africans' palate that I used to think it was quite underdeveloped from my own perspective, working with amazing food. And I've realized, but hang on a minute, we love to mix and match. We love to push the boat out. We love fusion, but we can do a deep cultural dive and really represent that. What do you think you represent? Because there seems to be purpose behind the way that you approach what you do. What would that be that drives you?
First of all, obviously cooking food that I'm proud of. Obviously, South Africa is a little bit further away from the rest of the world. So I think in Europe, everyone's importing things from everywhere. In South Africa, we're a bit further away, and as a result, the suppliers have to meet our demand for high-quality produce. So as Carla mentioned, produce-driven, but then I think throwing a personal touch with a bit of authentic cooking. You know, it needs to feel, I need to be part of the food I'm cooking. I need feel like it's coming from somewhere. I don't want to make something up. You know, it's got to have a little bit nostalgic childhood roots.
Perfectly imperfect. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I can feel the emotion. It's bizarre, but I'm looking at your eyes. As soon as you start talking about food, you drift out of the TV land space and back into whatever beautiful path. We're obviously focusing on sustainability. today, and I realized, I was saying a little bit earlier during COVID, how much food waste we have as a family, and I'm so proud of how much we've cut down. In your space, those sorts of choices and decisions make a massive, massive difference. Yeah. How do you think about sustainability and the future of obviously having better relationships with your suppliers? That's one of the closed loops, but how do you live that principle?
You know, working with small farms as well, people who put so much passion and love and time into what they do, and then we get to take that and really celebrate it. And I think, yes, it's about zero waste, but it's also, you know, being creative and really letting that byproduct is often building such blocks of flavor.
It's a mystery box challenge.
Absolutely.
Come on.
And it builds such blocks of flavor to what you do. So it's really just the creativity and respect for the ingredient, I'd say.
Respect.
And absolutely, yeah.
I love it. We're going to emulate that in our kitchen working together. I'm so interested to see how the two of you connect. What's on the menu today, guys?
So I'm doing I've called it the roast dinner. Okay,
and it's nothing like a roast dinner, right?
Definitely not.
It's still very hearty. It's still your classic. So it's an English roast dinner. So it's a cranberry sauce, bread sauce, little roast quail. We've got some Brussels sprouts and a little gravy on there as well. So it's nostalgic, but also quite refined. I'd like to think it has a little feminine touch to it as well. But yeah, just hearty and wholesome.
And some beautiful sensibility. I have a feeling the finishing touches are going to make all the difference today. And what are you going to prep for us?
Yeah, so I'm doing a duck dish that's featuring a little bit of stone fruit. We've got a family farm, or the owner of the restaurant does, which they farm with stone fruit, so we're using some of that. We're using some sorghum, which I think is nice to include some South African or native African produce into it. Yeah, and a little bit of dry edge and a little mix and match, and showing how we use some of the byproduct and all of the duck.
I love it. No waste today. Well, luckily, you'll see by the size of our cameramen, there is very little food waste in our kitchen. We like to eat. We've got some big, strong lads in studio who need to be fed, but we are here for those smaller details when it comes to sustainability. So thank you so much for doing what you do. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much.
Sure.
Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to the kitchen. My name is Clem Pedro. The pan's already spinning, which must mean it's the culinary hotline bling. Now, you've already had the pleasure of meeting Carla Schultz and Matt van der Berg. Carla's going to be joining us in the kitchen. She's already jumping straight into work. That's what happens when you are the 2026 Lux Restaurant Award Chef of the Year. Carla Schultz is in the kitchen. She's going to be making her take on a Sunday lunch. Now, we're going to be chatting a lot about the industry and a lot about this amazing award that she's won. But if you have any questions for me or for Carla, you've got the most amazing professional chef in the kitchen this morning. Send us a message to WhatsApp. Send us a voice note to 063 036 9649. As you can hear, the pots are going. Carla's going. Carla, what are we making this morning?
So, celebrating zero waste, I thought we'd do the salon quail dish, which is like a roast dinner. So it's quite special because we've used a lot of the byproduct throughout the meal and throughout the dish, because all that byproduct has so much flavor and depth, and it adds so many layers and complexity to the dish. So we serve the quail breast and these little quail lollipops.
Okay, can we actually? So these are the breasts.
And our little lollies. Our carcasses and wings we've used to make our gravy today.
Can I hold up this gravy?
Absolutely.
Because she's thick. Oh my goodness. And it smells
She should be.
so amazing. And I love that this is what you've made out of pots that would usually be discarded.
Absolutely, yeah.
I just think it's so amazing how we're using as much as we can.
And it's so important, yeah.
Even talking about quail, using quail, I find is really amazing and sustainable, because we used to beef, pork, lamb, and chicken.
We have very little red meat on the menu at Salon as well, so we're very seafood focused and poultry. So that's really nice as well. And using local Western Cape farmers is so important.
Aren't we blessed?
Very, extremely.
I do think South African chefs, specifically Cape Town chefs, we have that advantage, because the produce is just so phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And the industry is like they're friendly, and they want you to experience what they're growing, what the farmers want you to play around with everything that they're growing, and then
really
the chefs step in.
Collaboration with all of us together.
And
Absolutely.
that brings me to the next question about the relationships with your suppliers. I know you touched on it in the interview a little earlier, but what are your relationships just like tick off the list, I want 10 kilograms
No,
of
not
rocket.
at all.
Da-da-da.
It's a collaboration of menu. You share your ideas with them, what you can do together, and you know, for them, they put so much passion and time into what they do, and we get to celebrate that, like I was saying earlier. So they're a massive part of the process. So very, very, very grateful for them and everything that they do as well. Yeah.
I think that we are beginning to understand how that restaurants are ecosystems
Yeah.
that depend very much on a whole lot of other people, systems,
Absolutely.
weather.
Everything.
It's pretty realistic. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Let's talk about,
Yes.
for me, one of the biggest things I will never forget is when I left the restaurant scene.
Yes.
It was still the time of chefs being like loud and like throwing things across the room to get their attention, get attention of the kitchen. That's all changed. And with all due respect, you lead your team in a very different way.
Yes.
What is your recipe for leading a team and getting them to hold into your words and instructions without launching a pan?
Absolutely. No, I'm very proud of the fact that we have a very happy kitchen culture. I think when we're coming to work, you're proud to be there and you're excited to cook and you're putting love into what you do. The guests can taste that, you know, and to have this dynamic team, you need relationships, you need someone to have your back. You're standing shoulder to shoulder for 16 hours a day. So it's important to have important relationships and learn from each other and grow. And that's something I think is extremely important in a kitchen.
It is so healthy and so inspiring to see this new environment of the restaurant scene. Okay, let's talk about this quail breast.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm guessing, because by just looking at it, they don't take a lot of time in the pan.
No, we've cooked them slightly in a sous vide, so we did a light cure and then we've sous vide them just for like an hour, and then we're just going to finish them in the pan with some beautiful melted down butter, and then my lolly is in the oven,
Okay.
so I'm just going to heat that through, and then we're going to crisp it up as well, but just giving it that lovely roast caramelized flavor.
Oh, look at that color. So, I mean, there's quite a lot of elements that are going to come together to build this Sunday lunch. We've got the quail, we've got our lollipops. Can I just ask, what are these?
So those are just little vessels, and we make little cannoli rounds, and that's for our stuffing. So the stuffing as well, we make a bread sauce that we finish the dish off with, very English, very dinner, and we use the offcuts of the bread as a croûte in our stuffing. So everything is used. The inside is used for the bread sauce, the crust is used for the croûte. So it's really just trying to use everything. And we also have got a little bit of creamed Brussels sprouts where we use the outside leaves for a bit of a fresh garnish that we dress in tarragon oil. So it's really using every element that we have.
And I like, we're talking about Global Recycling Day, but I love that this has become the philosophy of kitchens, professional kitchens. And then I've always found, or I believe, restaurants set the scene and set the trends that then filter down into homes.
For sure.
Because obviously we experience food in restaurants and we start recognizing those flavors out in the wild when we're shopping, but cooking styles as well. So being as sustainable as you are in a restaurant kitchen, are you the same way at home?
Yes, absolutely. I think my boyfriend and I love to go to the market, support local, especially around Yezish, because we're there with Time Out, there with Haba now and also at Time Out, and just supporting the locals, you know, because we're also one of them. And I think it's so important. You can't have that philosophy at work and not at home. It's part of who you are, you know, and I think we celebrate that together. Absolutely, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So that's what's so important, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, those lollipops, you need to hide them and keep them away from me because I can kind of work out that I can put about like 13 of those in my mouth all at once. But
I love it.
I'm going to let Carla continue with this. We're going to build the most amazing dish. Later on, Matt's going to join us in the kitchen. It's going to get delicious, even more delicious. Please do send your WhatsApp voice notes through. Don't get in the chef's way. Send those WhatsApp voice notes through that number again, 063-036-9649. We're going to go to an ad break. When we come back, Carla's still going to be cooking. Matt's joining a little later. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm going to start off by giving you a quick fact about myself that actually nobody knows, unless you went to Wynberg Girls High School in the years that I was there. I used to be a librarian. It was a great shout out to Miss Manners as well, Miss Catherine Manners. She was the best head librarian anybody could ever ask for, just inspiring us when it came to reading. We were so excited.
Give us a term.
about
Give
it.
us a librarian's term that no
Dewey
other one.
Decimal System.
Wow.
Are you impressed?
Stop. I'm so impressed. I thought you were a meteorologist. Now you're a librarian. But that's perfect because we are setting the scene for a vitally important discussion.
Yep.
South African Library Week is currently being celebrated, and it's one of those weeks we can celebrate across the country, shining a light on the absolutely vital role that libraries continue to play in our community.
Absolutely. Now, while many people still think of libraries as quiet places, everybody's got to be super quiet, filled with shelves of books. Today's libraries have evolved into vibrant community hubs, and they offer everything from coding clubs and storytelling sessions, and also provide digital resources.
Yeah, because it's a connection now. And this year also includes a very special, and I like this, fine-free week, okay? I'm not the reason why this is happening. They are doing it, okay? Giving residents their chance to return those overdue books and reconnect with their local libraries and their tribe. And joining us to drive this message and just celebrate the amazingness of libraries and books, we've got Ayanda Biotini and Amina Isa. Welcome to it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We brought along an actual librarian.
Actual previous librarian.
Welcome to it.
Welcome, guys. Again, I would love to start with you as well, because we know that access to reading materials, but also learning opportunities in our communities isn't always easy. So what role do libraries play in all of this?
So basically, we live in a country where there are high levels of illiteracy and unemployment. So libraries remain those critical community spaces whereby people are connected to freely accessible information resources. That includes expensive books, expensive computers, expensive internet, as well as conducive reading spaces. So libraries are still important, especially to underdeveloped communities.
Privilege, 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 as we look back and think of how we lent into that space. Listen, that's all we had, okay, back in the day. And that was fine, because you would go in there and it implied connection, that you were going somewhere with an intent, and there was something about the space that you exist in, but very different back then. What do you think would surprise people most, Amina, about what a library feels like, looks like now?
Well, today in public libraries, definitely, you know, we're just so much more than books. If you think it's only books, I want to ask, where have you been? Because libraries are now hubs of activities. Like you mentioned, public libraries now offer free Wi-Fi, we've got computer access. Imagine if you live in an informal settlement and you don't have a computer at home, or you don't have a smartphone. That library space offers that. If you're unemployed, you come to the library, we assist you to create that CV and do that online applications. We've got programs such as storytelling, toy libraries for the ECDs. We've got adult outreach programs where we visit the frail care homes and we even do storytelling to the seniors. We have digital literacy programs, so things that we take for granted, like working on a computer, that's not the same for everyone. We were talking about privilege. And then we also have amazing programs such as information literacy, where we teach learners how to actually do proper research, which is a skill you will carry throughout your education.
Absolutely.
The skill to learn, it's like you've turned the script completely. When they say libraries are outdated, you say it's not. Libraries are a connection to knowledge. That's what it is. And if you update that, it's the same gateway. It's amazing.
And knowledge is power, and that's what we want to do for the next gen, empower everybody to make sure that they're in a better position. So let's talk about better positions, because you guys are also running something super special that are going to help the communities around. It is the Fine Free Week. How does this help everybody, and what does it entail? What does it look like?
So fines for late materials and lost materials are not meant to actually punish people or discourage them from visiting libraries. They're actually meant to instill a bit of discipline and encourage users to return library materials.
Responsibility.
So that they can also be accessed by many library users. So Fine Free Week is also there to encourage not only the return of library materials, but also those long-lost users who
The
we find.
outliers. Come on.
Exactly. So that's the whole point of having Fine Free Week. So if you go to any of our libraries this week and you've lost library materials or you have overdue materials, if you go there, your fines will be cleared and you'll be reconnected back to your libraries.
Just say, Ayanda sent me. Ayanda sent me. I'm here.
Wait, is it this week? Just to
This
confirm.
week, yeah.
This week,
yeah. It ends on the 21st of March. Yeah, this
So
Saturday.
another young mind can then plug into that beautiful book. And if I speak about the libraries in Ottery, in places like Lotus River, where there are very underserved communities of young people especially. And whenever I think about reading, I picture a young person because that's such an important gateway, to use that term again. What change and what do you see happening within the young people who connect to their tribe, to their people in this way and have access like this?
So especially in underprivileged communities like Lotus River and Ottery, we all know that being in those type of communities comes with its own unique challenges already. So the library is definitely that beacon of hope
A
for
safe
those.
place.
It's a safe place. So imagine going home after school is not the ideal place.
Yeah.
So where do you go? The library, whether it is you're getting that colouring page or doing a little literacy activity with us, or a coding competition, or taking part of the chess clubs or the book clubs.
But you matter.
Exactly. So we're keeping you off the street for that hour, that 1.5 hours, and it is truly a safe space. And we are creating that community and that safe space in our libraries where kids know the library is there for them.
You know what it is? It's an incubator.
Yeah.
It really is, and we do this within communities like that for sports, and we wonder why we get these amazing sportsmen coming out of spaces like that. It's so that they can get off the street and just be in a safe place. And now we're going to do the same with that intellectual resource, that asset. Thank you so much for what you do. We love you. Ayanda Rawutini and Amina Essa. You see, I learned to read by going to libraries and actually picking up a book. But the most impressive thing that I've heard today, that my work wife is a whole librarian.
Put me in a
gonna be
library
fine.
right now. In fact, I do need to sign up to my local library because the concept, people forget of having to get a book and return it is books are expensive. So the fact that we've got that opportunity to do that is incredible, for free. And as you know, the South African Library Week is a great reminder that libraries remain powerful spaces, as you heard, for learning and opportunities and definitely for community connection. So a big thank you to Ayanda and Amina for joining us this morning. It has been incredible and enriching. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
While the world sleeps, the legends rise. To meet their fate with open eyes, they train in quiet, out of sight, and give their all, day and night, to train, to fall, to rise, to rule, not by chance.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. I've just become a dad. My gorgeous daughter, Georgia, might be getting ready for school right now. Only 6 years old, and her birthday is next week, and we are so happy and so proud of her. But I'm getting terrified at the prospect of going through certain phases of life with her. Having been a young person myself, now parenting is full of those first steps, first day at school, and the first chat about deodorant. It is already feeling awkward, and it's about 7 years away, but it is completely normal normal. And two of our absolute favorites. We've got pediatrician Dr. Anissa Varhead. She is here to have a chat. Then we've got our general practitioner, Dr. Chanel Martinison, here to add to the conversation because they've got personal experience, but a huge amount of professional perspective to offer as well. So thank you so much. Don't make it awkward, okay? Don't make it awkward. Doc, let's talk about the first gateway, the age. When is it appropriate or should we start make ourselves comfortable to have this chat?
Well, my daughter's just turned 9.
Okay.
And she is starting. So
Okay.
I'm in the depth of having this conversation. And whether we want it to happen or not, it's coming.
Did society press that button?
So you can't hide from TikTok. You can ban them from boyfriends or girlfriends. Like in a
Are
crisis
we allowed to do
zone,
that?
The hormones, puberty is finding your child whether you like it or
100%.
not. So I think the big thing is that every child is different. Normally between the ages of 8 to 12 is when your hormone system starts getting activated. So that's generally when we start looking at when our children are going to start kind of having that kind of growing.
And of course, at that age, our children are so calm and they've got their mental game locked down. I mean, I'm a parent of kids that are approaching that age and I don't have it locked down, so I don't expect them to have it. What's going through a young person's head and feelings and hormones at that phase of what are we going to meet when we want to have this combo?
So I think that's important to have the conversation before they turn 8. So I think 8 is a little bit too late. So you need to start having dropping those hints
100%.
already now that she's 6. So just like to let them know there's so few certain things in life, but you are certainly going to go through changes. Your body is definitely going to go through changes. So I think in telling them about it before the time and giving them a bit of a heads up ahead of time, I think it will help them just to understand what's actually going on in their bodies.
Luckily, she's got super mom, and she has been a dancer her whole life, so she's had a very physically connected space. And I try to do that with my son, model as opposed to tell and teach, and then we get into that space. How do we then choose what's going to be appropriate? What does the conversation look and feel like?
So I think a nice conversation is maybe trying to not avoid doing that traditional sit down and going hi and make it awkward for them and very awkward for us because I think most of the time they probably have watched it on TikTok and they already know
they've
something.
got a sense, yeah.
So it's all about education. So go to the shops, go and say, this is what's out there, okay? And I think the big things is that there's a lot of available deodorants that's out there, whether it's antiperspirants, whether it's aluminium-free, which is more natural. There's more roll-ons, which is easier to control. There's hypoallergenic. And dependent on what age group you are and what stages you're going through your life, you might need one now, and what works now might not work later on. And there's different smells, and you can kind of use it to basically kind of show off your own self.
It's empowering. It's a point of empowerment, and I love that. From the other side of this conversation, the negative side, I'm thinking that's going to be far more challenging is because these are lessons in character that you are going to teach through this. Why is it so important to do this? What does it mean for confidence? What could it mean potentially to have issues in that space for a young girl?
Yeah, I think young girls and boys, I think that it makes them, if you are
100%.
preparing them, they'll be so much more empowered, like you said. So the confidence to be in open spaces, to actually speak about it, to understand, there's nothing wrong with me, there's actually, this is part of life, this is normal.
Do you know, my daughter, after I think her second karate session, came running off the thing to show me her sweat patches.
Yeah, she was
To
proud.
celebrate her sweat patches. And I'm like, please hold on to this for the rest of your life. This speaks to a broader conversation of empowerment around hygiene. And this is something that we should be emulating and living all the time. But why is it so important to layer that in with your kids when they are younger before it becomes a bigger issue?
We want to empower them to not make it as a chore. Okay? I think the big thing is if we can kind of do that self-care, mental wellness. I say deodorant is more like a social armor. You want to show off who you are as a person. And if we can actually get them to say, you know what, I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this to take care of myself, then as they grow up, they're going to have that already ingrained that this is just a natural thing that I need to do.
I owe it to myself. And of course, it does help when you can get 72 hours of protection. But there is something about the self-care, and I'm using the term gateway because I think it's a nice, put it in place, it's there, and you've got to go through it every day. And the self-care gateway is something that I often only do retrospectively when I feel down. And then I get the haircut, I do the thing, I stop looking like a homeless person. I'm like, wow, I feel different. Why is that such a powerful pattern to have in your life, do you think?
I think that if you start it from an early age, they know that they deserve to feel good. They deserve to,
Especially for young women,
yes,
guys, this is
yes.
vital.
Yeah, they deserve to feel comfortable. They shouldn't be in awkward situations where they're like, oh my goodness. They should be also self-aware. So I think talking to them about it actually gives them that self-awareness of their surroundings, what's going on. And like you said, was make it an everyday conversation. So literally, as you're walking in the supermarket, as you are picking them up from a soccer game or something, just drop it in there, not like a sit down and where they feel uncomfortable.
Don't make it awkward, man. It's enough of awkwardness in the world already. Thank you so much. I know I asked both of you to step out of your lane just a little bit this morning. Very personal chat, but it affects all of us. It is all a part of growing up, and with the right guidance, it really doesn't have to be awkward. I think someone's mom is phoning them right now to tell them, okay, because that's where the conversation starts. It starts early, and then before that tween step into the new stage of life, they can do it with confidence, they can do it with freshness and connected to you as well through those challenges, which is crazy. I love that part of the journey, and thanks to Dove for inspiring this unbelievably important chat, and something that I've gotten personally a huge amount out of. As for telling your friends that they need to lean into this space, we can't help you with that. So.
Well, it's just hit the top of the hour. Let's get straight into your 7 o'clock national news headlines. Where the Department of Basic Education has raised alarm over a dangerous trend among pupils. Now it's known as chuffing, involving inhaling chemical fumes using improvised devices. The department was alerted through widely shared online clips showing learners in school uniform inhaling substances, including from fire extinguishers. Officials warn the behavior poses severe health risks such as brain damage, respiratory failure, and sudden death. Now, schools are urged to tighten safety measures, conduct random inspections, and also monitor items brought into the premises while strengthening education around substance abuse and risky behavior. In other national news, conjoined twin boys born in January at Mankweng Hospital, just outside of Polokwane, have been successfully separated in a complex procedure lasting more than 8 hours. Other twins, delivered by a 29-year-old mother, transferred from Maputo Malaichi Hospital, are in stable condition and recovering in the neonatal ICU. Limpopo Premier Poppy Ramatuba, herself a medical doctor, has praised the surgical team led by Dr. Nyawaleni Chifalaro, highlighting the operation as a milestone for rural healthcare and a reflection of growing medical skill, collaboration and capacity within the province's healthcare system. In your international news, making headlines, a senior counter-terrorism official in the administration of Donald Trump has resigned, criticizing the handling of the conflict with Iran. Now, Joe Kent stepped down as director of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, arguing the war was unnecessary and driven by external pressure from Israel. Now, the White House rejected his claims, insisting there was a credible intelligence of a threat. Now, his departure marks the most prominent internal dissent over the U.S.-Israeli operation, highlighting growing divisions within senior leadership. Meanwhile, at least 23 people have been killed and more than 100 wounded in suspected suicide bombings in Maiduguri, northeastern Nigeria. Now, 3 explosions struck crowded locations, including a major market near the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. Authorities suspect Boko Haram, though no group has claimed responsibility. The attack followed a foiled militant assault nearby, raising fears of coordinated violence. Security has been intensified with many public spaces closed amid growing anxiety. And if you've been wondering on an ending note about Punch, I've got an update just for you. Now, abandoned by his mother shortly after birth, a small Japanese macaque named Punch, the monkey has grown into one of the internet's most unlikely stars. Born in July in Ichikawa City Zoo near Tokyo, the baby monkey was hand-raised by keepers and also comforted with a plush orangutan toy that became his surrogate mum. Now, the latest updates bring hope. The 7-month-old is now spending more time with other macaques, playing, grooming, and even hitching rides on their backs. When he does return to his toy, Punch has also charmed viewers with a new trick, cheerfully waving while clutching his cuddly companion. A tiny gesture that has melted hearts across social media. Almost certain that your heart is turned to custard as well. We love Punch over here and definitely will keep you updated on his development as he goes. For now, let's give you an update with your sporting world. Here's Graham with the latest.
We love you, Punch, and we love the Proteas Women's even more. Why? Because they know how to deliver under pressure, and they bounced back to beat New Zealand's women by 18 runs in their second T20 International at Seddon Park yesterday. Tamsin Brits and Laura Wolfhard leading the charge there. Ayabonga Kaka starring with the ball in hand, 4 for 27, in fact, to see that series-levelling victory. Now, how did the gents fare? Not quite as well. Devon Conway struck a gritty 60 as New Zealand posted 175 for 6 and delivered their bowled out the Proteas for 107 to win by 68 runs in Hamilton. Ben Sears leading the attack with 3 for just 14, while Lockie Ferguson added 3 wickets there as well. They now level the series at 1 apiece as well. We love that going into the third decider. Now let's get into the footballing action from last night, and Mamelodi Sundowns back on top. They fought back, in fact, to beat Marumo Gallants 3-1 at Loftus Versfeld. Yaro Cupido opening the scoring before Ndaba Yitetwa and Glodlo leveled from the spot, and then Tebogo Mokoena netted twice after the break to seal that pretty memorable victory at this stage of the season, of course sending Sundowns back to the top of the Premiership table. A little further afield in our footballing action from yesterday, Paris Saint-Germain crushed Chelsea 3-0 to seal an emphatic 8-2 aggregate win at Stamford Bridge, while Arsenal, they eased past Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. Then Real Madrid, they knocked out Manchester City 5-1 on aggregate. That was after securing a 2-1 away win to book their quarter-final spot. Incredible footballing action, and we're going to focus on the impending World Cup. Yep, we got a footballing World Cup to wrap our heads around. Dylan Peterson is here to dip our toes into that water in just a moment, but right now, let's see if the roads are waking up.
They certainly have, Gray, so let's see what's going down in Gauteng. We start out in Benoni, where there's been an accident reported on the N12 westbound, and that's before Tom Jones Road. Now, the middle lane is closed, and motorists should remain patient and drive carefully if you're headed out that way. Now, there are delays expected even after the scene is cleared. Heading over to Centurion now on the N1 southbound between Brakfontein and Olifantsfontein. There has been heavy congestion reported from that side. Now, daily commuters will experience slow-moving traffic and are advised to allow for some extra patience and extra travel time as you head on out there. Well, that is where we leave your roads for now. We'll catch you up again at 8 o'clock. But now let's get into your weather to see how we can prep you for this Wednesday. Starting out in Polokwane, there's a 45% chance of rain today with afternoon thunderstorms that are expected. Your temperatures will begin at 18 and rise to a pleasant 27. Now, looking ahead at the week, cloudy and wet conditions will continue with temperatures staying in the upper 20s. Out in Klerksdorp, scattered thunderstorms on the order for the day, with the rain chanced at 40%. Looking at your temperatures, we start at 14 and increase to 25 as your high. And as the week does progress, expect increasing chances of rain, averaging at 31% come the weekend. In Pretoria, you'll experience some morning showers with the rest of the day being partly cloudy. 18 is your start with a 25-degree high. Now, rain is forecast for the remainder of the week with Friday chanced at 75. Over to Johannesburg next, where you can expect scattered thunderstorms with rain predicted at around 45% across your region. 14 is your low, a chilly start with a 22-degree high. Now, days to come bring you cloudy and wet conditions with temperatures ranging between 14 and 25. Out in Umbumbela, today brings you cloudy skies along with afternoon thunderstorms. Looking at your temperatures, they'll begin at 19 and rise to a pleasant 27 today. As for the rest of your week, cloudy conditions will persist with rain chances increasing. In the beautiful Bloemfontein on this Wednesday, it brings you some morning blessings forecast at about 35%. 14 degrees is your start and it climbs to 26 as your high. Looking ahead at the week, expect temperatures in the upper 20s with light showers that are forecasted. From Bloem, we move to Richards Bay now, where it's a bright and sunny start to your day, turning cloudy and wet a little bit later on. Temperatures will range from a warm 22 to an even hotter 29 degrees, or at least 30 degrees today. For the rest of the week, cloudy and wet conditions do remain with temperatures in the upper 20s. Out in Durban, expect mostly sunny skies today with temperatures starting at 23 and climbing to an inviting 29 as your high. Looking ahead, cloud cover increases towards the weekend with moderate rain gradually making its presence felt. Out in Mthatha, you can expect a 90% chance of rain today with afternoon thunderstorms on the cards. Your temperatures, well, they begin at a cool 17 and rise to a comfortable 29. For the rest of your week, it is wet and cloudy conditions throughout. Into Cradock we go next, where wet conditions are set to dominate your area today with afternoon thunderstorms. Now your temperatures will rise from a mild 15 degrees to a pleasant 28. In the days ahead, temperatures remain in the upper 20s with rainy conditions increasing. Out in Ebeja, today brings scattered thunderstorms with a 55% chance of rain. Temperatures that will be starting at 19 and climb to a warmer 27. And then continuing into the week, warm weather continues with partly cloudy skies and a few light showers along the way. Out in gorgeous George, expect some light showers today with scattered thunderstorms across your region. Your temperatures will rise from 17 to a nice 22 degrees. And looking ahead, rain, of course, will persist until Saturday with temperatures holding in the lower 20s. Moving into the mother city next, in the beautiful Cape Town, morning showers kick off your Wednesday with a southerly breeze. Now taking a look at your temperatures, we start at 18 and it climbs to 26 degrees as your high. Now skies clear later in the week with strong winds arriving from Saturday and then heading into Sunday too. Let's check out what Sutherland's looking like today. You can expect mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms in some areas. As for your temperatures, they'll climb from 12 degrees in the morning to a warm 25 degrees as your high. Now tomorrow, 50% chance of rain is expected with clouds and sun alternating for the rest of your week. Out in Kimberley, partly cloudy skies are expected today with a light 20% chance of rain. Temperatures vary between 15 and 28 degrees. Now, over the next coming days, expect weather conditions to remain the same with temperatures in the lower 30s. And let's close out in Uppington, where today promises mostly sunny skies with some afternoon thunderstorms. Your temperatures will start at a warm 20 degrees, climbing to a nice hot 33. Looking at the week ahead, there's a 50% chance of rain expected tomorrow, with highs hitting 35 degrees. Very warm out in Uppington. We know that to be true, so make sure that you take the necessary precautions. Right now, though, that brings us straight into your sunrise view of this hour. Earlier on, we saw the Eastern Cape. Let's move into the Western Cape now. Out in Pearly Beach, Azalea got in touch with this gorgeous morning view. Honestly, all of the morning views have been looking like you've taken a brush, taken a canvas, and painted the beauty of what you see before you. So thank you so much for making sure that phone camera is clean and you've captured the gorgeous view of your morning. Pearly Beach never looked this good, but if you feel like you could beat this, you know that number to let us know on 0630369649. Send us your sunrise view, regardless of where you are across the world or where you're standing from. We want to see it through your eyes, and we will definitely applaud you for exactly that. Thank you so much, Azalea. We wish you a beautiful day.
Yep, Damien, we love you, and I'm going to say to the rest of you, if you want to take a shot out your window anywhere in the world, you've got to play your Lotto today because it'll get you there. 55 million rand is sitting in our jackpot this Wednesday, and it could be yours. You could make it rain. Lots of cash this March. Doesn't that sound amazing? So please, what are you waiting for? Go and get your tickets in-store, online, nationallottery.co.za, using their mobile app, using your own cell phone banking setup, and we'll keep the details up on the amazing Expresso socials so you can just spend some time there, take in the great content, yes, but also get every detail you need to go and win big by playing Lotto for an estimated 55 million rand in the jackpot today. So we are loving the sustainability plug. And of course, when that meets food, it's spectacular, and Chef Clem has to be there for that. And I love the fact that we are, yes, still fine dining on a level that few of us can manage. Clem, what's coming up? What's on the menu, in fact?
As promised, Carla Schultz is in the kitchen with us, finishing up the plating on her dish. It is looking fantastic, and I thought I'd let you see this because after the break, I can't guarantee that it's still going to be here. So, Carla, can you talk us through the elements on your plate?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness! I blinked for a second. Look at it! Wow.
So we've got our roast quail, really using all the byproducts. We've got quail liver and the stuffing, the quail breast, the leg, and then we've got a little quail gravy as well, where we've used the carcasses and the wing tips. So you've got your cranberry sauce, bread sauce, just a real celebration of your English roast dinner.
Oh my God. And this is a dish that's available on the salon menu?
It is, yes.
So that you know where to go and get it. I know where I'm going to get mine. Don't go in. We'll be right back after the ad break. Let me get my snack on.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we get even more excited about footy. Why? World Cup, my friends. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is going to be heading to one of the spots, Monterrey, where the iconic Estadio BBVA hosts some awesome clashes, including Japan versus Tunisia, the African connection. Then Bafana versus South Korea. Dylan, we got to cheers every time we say Bafana. And of course, Dylan is here to help break it down for us, to unpack the tactical battles on the pitch, and then maybe highlight some of the must-do experiences off it, because we're going to turn him into a travel content creator. Maybe hiking the Cerro de Salila, or maybe exploring the Santa Lucia Riverwalk. Look at that. Looks like Cape Town on a cloudy day. Absolutely gorgeous. Dylan, so every time we mention Bafana, we are going to cheers our Cokes because we can, because Coca-Cola brings us the World Cup and we love them for it. Oh, and we love that. 7 o'clock in the morning is amazing. So there is a lot. There are layers to this World Cup. Every place is going to have a different flavour. Monterrey, I think, is going to be. It's going to have a lot of good footballing energy, which is great for the kind of games it's going to get. When we think of Japan and Tunisia, could you have two more diametrically opposed teams meeting? I mean, how much do they know about each other before? Have they ever met before in competition? What are you looking forward to?
No, I think it's going to be a great encounter. Obviously, these two teams haven't encountered each other much. I think they haven't met each other yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how they come at each other. Obviously, Japan having more experience, but also Tunisia looking forward to bring some
the African physicality.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good one.
I mean, if CAF has taught us that when we want a battle, we'll give a battle. We'll make that final last 3 months, in fact, as Morocco are made the African champions and Senegal are booted out. But when we look at these two teams, Japan known for their speed, when we look at the players that are doing well internationally, pace is a big factor there, silky skills. How does that live within the Japanese mentality in their team? What are you expecting from their
Well, first of all, Japanese play always fit, so I think the football they play a complement of the physicality and for the game that's required. High intensity, so lots of running, lots of ball traveling in the air, attacking, going down the wing. So I think for Tunisia it's going to be quite of a challenge for them because of the experience they bring. But again, like you said, the CAF teams always step up when they need to in big competitions.
And Tunisia love a cup. They love a cup competition, so I absolutely love that. Bafana. Cheers, buddy. Thank you, Coke, for bringing us the World Cup once again. Up against South Korea. I used to love South Korea, not anymore. This feels like a very tough prospect, and we want it. This Bafana has proven that they will rise to the challenge. In their journey, they've risen. They got knocked down. They got knocked out with results they had nothing to do with. They rose again. Can we do it against South Korea?
Of course. If she will form me in, I think any team that steps with Bafana in this tournament, I think they must worry because with the form we bring from the AFCON, especially, and prior to that, Bafana has definitely been in good momentum, and with new players, new energy coming now, I think there's a great way for us to step up.
And you need that main player energy in a World Cup because penalties. How are we going to do this? How do you see this being done? If Bafana are going to do something remarkable at this World Cup, what are we going to tap into there within this team? I love our counter-attacking. We've got physical presence, some big boys at the back. But for me, it's the expression on the pitch that we are playing a very convertible South African style of football that results in goals, which is a great shift. But what do you see as being that?
I think Hugo Bruce, a credit to him. I think he's given a lot of responsibility to the players.
Players coach,
play your game. And also he's managed that squad very well, so he knows who's who to bring that combination of energy, charisma, and also with technical players we have. I think going forward, that energy we will bring in our attacking play will definitely help us score lots of goals. I don't see as much in penalties, but if you come to penalties, we've got the players and the big names to step up in that little experience.
Yeah, man, and I love the fact that it's represented within the local leagues as well. I know we've got stars shining on global stages as well, but it feels like South African footy is at a high point. Whenever you've got Pirates and Sundowns, Chiefs, where are you guys? Fighting in the mix, and take nothing away from the rest of the field, but we kind of need that pinnacle to be locked down. So now I'm going to give you all the money you need to go to the World Cup. We're going to send you on an all-expenses paid trip. Okay, you're on your way, kid. What are you going to do? What are you going to do in Monterey? What do you reckon?
Definitely explore the hiking trails. Yeah, I've heard I've seen some good views and definitely the walks, the paths there. Yeah, look at that, huh? Definitely want to experience that, going there. So looking forward to that, especially hiking trails. And also there's something called the Macro Plaza. It brings the culture together, the present and the past. So that's something to look forward to.
I love it, man. It's a global village, and we were saying off air a moment ago that the world probably needs this now more than ever. If I can just round off quickly, I don't want to leave a bad taste in our mouth. No, actually, we don't have to ever worry about that. Bafana. I'm just saying it just so I can have another sip. Because I never get to do this on your Feel Good Breakfast show every morning. In your heart of hearts, with the World Cup set up in the way that it is, all these beautiful historical sites, beautiful cities to be in, the football itself, I think, is going to be different this year. Who's in the pound seat? We know Bafana are going to do something special at this World Cup, and we're going to leave that in its lane. Which team do you think is in the pound seat to win the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Good question. I'm going to go with Brazil.
Wow.
Brazil. No, they've been going by the business nice and quiet. Especially with that squad, they have Carlo Ancelotti's got a headache there. So
the right kind of headache,
the right kind of headache. So and also all the players come from the clubs in form. You know, the Vinicius Juniors, and those guys.
You just need to say that now. And that's where you can leave it, my friend. Albeit, I did see the 9-year-old didn't come out there for a second when he said Brazil. I think that there is an emotional quotient there as well, where they represent the best of a beautiful game. And we want that for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, brought to you by Coca-Cola, who, of course, love Bafana as much as we. I don't know if they do, but they love Bafana, and we love Bafana. We are so proud of how this team has got there. But if you do find yourself fortunate enough, privileged enough to be at the World Cup in Monterey, please take a hike for us and take a photo from a beautiful, beautiful view spot. And buddy, we love you, man. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
One more time.
One more time, but cheers.
Well, we definitely do love Bafana on this side of the world, but as you are getting ready for your morning, or perhaps you already are on the move when pain makes its presence felt. Well, that is, of course, when TriPark makes all the difference. TriPark offers triple relief for headaches, toothache, and colds and flu. Now, it's ready to work in 8 seconds, so you can keep your morning moving. Now, TriPark, the pain powder Goga trusts to keep close, ready when everyday pain does hit.
3 pains, 1 hero. TriPark, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Now, there's a reason, of course, why I'm in my fitness gear, because on this Wednesday, we want to get moving once again to lead us into the weekend and perhaps manifest what a weekend could look like. I'm talking all things salsa. Stephanie will join us in just a little bit to make sure that we're continuing moving and then, of course, continuing the conversation around the FIFA World Cup.
3 pains, 1 hero. TriPark, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Fate is powered, not promised. This show was brought to you by Powerade, the official sports drink of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Well, welcome back, Feel Good fam, and I hope that you, like me, are in your fitness gear because we're about to get moving with the 2026 FIFA World Cup taking us to vibrant cities around the globe. Today, we're spotlighting Monterrey, home to big football moments at Estadio BBVA, and a culture full of music and also dance, of course. So we're bringing a little bit of that Latino energy into the studio with a fun salsa-inspired fitness workout to get your body moving. And I say your body because it's both of our bodies. And joining us this morning is Latin dancer and owner of Skyline Dance Studio, Stephanie van der Pol is here, who of course is going to get us ready and kick-started for this Wednesday. Listen, Stephanie, we're halfway to the weekend, so welcome and thank you for taking us all the way there.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so salsa.
Yes.
This is something I've heard about. I don't know that I've done it before.
Okay.
What are the basics? What do I need to know?
So the rhythm is quite fast. It's a rhythm that goes quick, quick, slow. Okay, but the slow is not really slow. Okay, but it's a bit of a pause, right? So what we're going to do a sequence of 4 movements. Right. But the first one we're going to start on the spot. So we're going to go close, close, and then step to the side.
Okay, this looks familiar. This looks familiar.
Okay, so we're going to go.
Mzansi, join us in this as well. We're doing it together. So it goes.
Close, close, side.
Out.
Yes, and then the same thing on the right foot. So we go close, close, side. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, easy enough? Okay, cool. So we're starting on the spot. We're going close, close, side, close, close, side, and again, close, close, side.
I mean, you have to feel
close,
sexy while
close,
doing
side.
this, right?
Okay, you got
Awesome.
that?
That's the first one
That's
done.
the first one. The second one, we're going to go into some taps. So you can, you know, treat it like you want to. Okay, have fun with it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just
cool.
to keep the rhythm going.
Right,
Okay, so
okay.
let's try the tap. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so let's put the two together.
Okay.
Right? So first timing is quick, quick, slow, right? So we're starting quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay, very
that
nice.
That feels good. Okay.
Do you want to try that with music or do you want to go?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it with the music.
Yeah.
DJ.
Okay.
Ooh,
5,
I like this.
6, 7, 8. Quick, quick, slow. Yes, nice. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Very nice.
That feels good.
Yes.
All right, Stephanie, tell us what else is with your salsa dancing.
Okay, so we're gonna go into a side basic. Okay, so basically with the right foot, you're gonna go side and together. And then left, side, together, side. Yes, you've got the hip movements, perfect. There we go. And one more. Yes, okay, so that's the third one.
Okay, got it.
Let's do that one again. So we're going side and close, side and close, side and close, side and perfect.
Beautiful.
Should have made this more challenging for you.
You probably should have. Well, let's get put together.
Yes.
Okay, what's the fourth move
Last
first?
one, we're going to do a back basic. Okay, so the back basic, again, starting with the right foot, we're going to go back, almost like crossing a bit to the side. So rock, step, side, rock, step, side, rock, step, side, rock, step, side. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's the combination of all of those four now.
Okay.
So let's take it slowly first. So we're going. First one was on the spot. So on the spot, on the spot, on the spot, on the spot. Then we're tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we've got our side basic. Side and close, side and close, side and close. Then we've got our back basic. Back, back, back.
Ooh, she's a real dancer.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That's awesome.
We're gonna try with the music now.
Okay. DJ, let's go from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Mzansi, you better join us in this and feel your salsa this morning.
So 5, 6, 5, 6, and we're going. Quick, quick side, quick, quick side, quick, quick side. On the spot, tap 1. There you go. 5, 6, to the side, 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 side. Back basic. There we go. And from the top, so we're going. Close. And tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To the side. You can add a cross if you want to, if you're feeling like it. There we go. Now backwards. Nice. Good job. Good job. And again. Tap, 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 tap. On the spot. And side, we're going to add the cross there. Cross. Yeah. And back.
Now, is salsa something you dance with somebody else?
Yeah, so generally it's a partner dance. So the partner would be mirroring what you're doing, and then he would give the lead, and we would follow. But I mean, in a setting like this, it's really easy to just come up with your own routine and a good way to just keep fit. Group of ladies following the timing, or obviously gents.
Sure.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh, well that did feel like a bit of a workout. The best part though is that it felt fun.
Yeah.
And so you forget you're working out because you're dancing, right?
100%, 100%.
Oh my gosh.
In the rhythm.
Exactly. I'm glad I have a little bit of rhythm, you know what I'm saying?
You definitely
All those
do.
days dancing in the club. All right, so of course we've got a reward over here with some Power 8. That one's for you, Stephanie. We've got to, of course, replenish ourselves right now as we are talking all things to do with the FIFA World Cup. But you, of course, are on the bestest morning show ever, so you need to grab your Power 8, scan the code, and you could, of course, score tickets to the bestest FIFA World Cup 26th ever. Now, feel it all with Coca-Cola. Of course, T's and C's apply.
Powered, not promised. This show was brought to you by Powerade, the official sports drink of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
We are being inspired by sport in every direction this morning. And this past season, cricket fans across Mzansi put their hands up. They took part in a very fun stadium challenge featuring a Suzuki Swift packed with balls at stadiums nationwide. Maybe you saw this, maybe you took part. But what began as a simple competition quickly turned into something much, much bigger. So Harmony had to head to the High Performance Centre at the University of Pretoria to see how thousands of fan entries are helping support the next generation of cricketers.
Mzansi, you might remember the iconic Suzuki Swift packed to the brim with cricket balls at stadiums across South Africa. It was a competition that had fans guessing their way into winning big. Now, Suzuki is taking this a bit further. So for every single guessing entry received, Suzuki is donating R1 worth of cricket equipment to deserving cricket hubs across the country. They are basically turning every single entry, over 140,000 of them, into a powerful contribution to grassroots cricket here in South Africa. Let's go swiftly have a look.
Suzuki has really been a part of South Africa's culture, South Africa's communities. I like the title Bowling with Suzuki. What made Suzuki or inspired Suzuki to extend the campaign and also bring it into cricket development?
The whole idea of bowling with Suzuki was actually a fun play on words. Had cars in the 6 stadia where SA20 was playing, and we filled them all with balls. So, bowling. So we did have a correct guess, and somebody won a Suzuki Swift. The idea was you counted the balls, now we will make your votes count, which we then asked Cricket South Africa to help us distribute equipment to the grassroots hubs around the country that don't have the money for this kind of thing.
These hubs are really punching above their own weight and really pushing for the development of cricket in very remote areas. Tell us more about them.
I think the key fundamental issues here is that the hubs are a strategic pillar of Cricket South Africa, especially when it comes to creating inclusivity. And the hub on its own is an infrastructure which caters for a number of schools around it. And the sole purpose of it is to make sure that we can identify players, but most importantly, give them quality game time. Because normally what we experienced in the past, game time was always an issue between kids that are coming from disadvantaged environment and those coming from the established environment. Since 2016 to where we are now, we can see the shift, and especially around the interest in girls cricket. When you see the national team, for example, a player like Nomkhululeko Mlaba, for example, come through from such an initiative. And we're already starting to see, one of the beneficiaries is Thembaletu Hub, where Kechini, who went to represent South Africa at the recent Under-19, comes from such an environment. And one of the hubs actually also produced a national coach for us, which is the Palaboro Hub, which is a beneficiary as well today. They produced Mandla Machimbi. This is one of those initiatives that we pride ourselves. Sometimes you don't see the immediate impact, but long term you can see the results of such an investment of equipment.
It feels good. It shows that we're being recognized, that the work that we're doing as someone sees it and they're doing something about it. So yeah,
it's a privilege to be standing here and to be receiving all the equipment on behalf of Blitzen Up and then Thembaletu Up. I think that is a testament to the coaches and all the hard work that they're putting in.
We currently have 70 hubs around the country, and through the partnership with Suzuki, they're actually been driven by Suzuki vehicles from a cricket development perspective and well supported. And so now when we looked at the need in terms of this approach from Suzuki to say they want to donate equipment, we strategically looked at hubs that are assisting us in developing players, both men and women, and especially the important issue was the need.
As sponsor of the Proteas men's and women's ODI teams, we get a lot of reflected glory. If you just take that glory, it doesn't say much about you as a brand or as a person. So our idea is to now take that and give back into grassroots.
From stadium excitement to grassroots empowerment, bowling with Suzuki proves that when South Africans come together, incredible things happen. So visit your nearest Suzuki dealership and follow Suzuki South Africa online to see how Suzuki continues to support communities around Mzansi. 6! Yes, baby.
Well done, Harmony. I think you're ready for the fast, for the quick bowlers. Absolutely inspiring way to turn match day excitement into real opportunity for young players across the country. That is legacy, and we love it. Now, to keep up with initiatives like this, make sure that you follow at Suzuki_ZA and at Suzuki Auto SA online. Get there, get inspired, and most importantly, get involved. Well, we are getting involved this morning. Our culinary hotline has taken a very sustainable turn. And we've got Matt now, who is going to be whipping up an absolutely zero waste, delicious meal, just to prove the point that we can go there on Global Recycling Day. And look at that. A little bao bun. I am ready for it. We'll see you after this. Oh, look at that.
It's my feel-good breakfast
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Now we take a quick medical turn, and if you are suffering from acute or chronic constipation right now, Aspen has got you. For long-term constipation relief, Aspen offers Movicol, Pegicol, and Laxin. Then for relief from the occasional constipation, you can turn to Lenolax, Lenin, Glycerin, or Laxador suppositories. And then for gradual constipation relief, there is Brooks Laxador tablets as well. And you can choose the laxative that you need from South Africa's value-leading laxative company that will help your family get the relief that they need.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. You've met the right people. Matt van der Berg's in the kitchen. He's preparing. What are you making again?
Some duck with some other good, delicious things to go with
He's
it.
making some duck with some other delicious things to happen. But it's not just about that. We want you to get involved as well. Send us through your voice notes. Ask me all the questions you have for you, any culinary conundrums. Ask Matt as well. We got the professionals in the kitchen this morning. Your number, that number, the magic number to send your voice notes to is 063 036 9649. Matt, I'm so happy we're in the kitchen together.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
Hey, it really is. We're making duck today. One of my favorites. Absolutely love it, especially because we spoke about it with Carla. We're so used to the usuals, the chicken, pork, lamb, beef. The fact that we're playing around with other proteins is so sustainable, but also delicious.
Very delicious. I think duck's my favorite protein. We get the local duck and South African duck. We source it from various different farms, but mostly around the Western Cape. And we're going to be using all of the duck, zero waste, as we said. So we essentially get our duck and we break the duck down. I've got a couple of parts of it that are the main features of the dish this morning. But just to show on the side, this is a duck. We dry age it, so we brine it first, dry age it for about 14-15 days. It really intensifies the gaminess of it, but also reduces the moisture, intensifies flavor, and helps us get a nice crispy skin. I've pre-roasted duck breast, which we're going to be using, but we've also got two really interesting parts. I don't think South Africa restaurant.
That's the neck.
This is the neck. It's been slow braised, and then my most interesting part of the dish is probably this guy. It's a duck heart.
Slow motion, because the whole country, whoa, what's that? That's a duck heart. And I look, we got some more over here.
Yeah,
if I can just I love the fact that you're using duck heart.
Do you want to taste it?
Oh, yes, please. What is the technique?
So it takes about 3-4 days to make, but what we do is we first brine it in like heavy salt, then we lightly cook it, smoke it, and then dehydrate it. So it's a nice little salty kick, a little bit smoky, salty kick.
The smoky, salty, earthy. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but some guests get a bit scared when they hear duck heart, so we don't want to make it too intense. So this process allows us to introduce it without it being too over the top.
The South African palate will recognize it immediately. We would love it because of that earthiness and that smokiness. It takes it almost biltong-ish, but there's a subtle, like, delicious metallic flavor to it.
I probably need to start cooking because we're chatting with it. I could run out of time. So we're going to make a couple elements. So what we've got over here is the salsa. The main course is obviously, or the main plate's got duck on it, but we've got a side on the dish too. The side's a little tart case made with sorghum flour. We want to honor sorghum on the restaurants, and I think a lot of restaurants have started moving that way.
That's true, playing around with indigenous ingredients.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at this. I mean, the process of actually popping it, how beautiful is that? And is it simple?
Yeah, it's relatively simple. You can either do it in the microwave in a brown bag, or you can just deep fry them. So it's literally like popcorn.
This is the most South African popcorn I've ever seen in my
100%.
life.
Guests always get very excited when they see mini popcorn.
If I go to the cinemas from now on and they're not serving South African popcorn, I'm leaving. I want South African popcorn like this. Oh my goodness. And no. Matt, why are we not eating this instead of Havana popcorn?
To be honest, probably a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
But it's nice and fun.
That is absolutely amazing. Okay, yes, back to the cooking. Let's talk
so what
about...
I've got on the side, we've got the braised duck neck. In there, we've also got some stone fruit. Maria's family owns a stone fruit farm, so we use stone fruit from the farm. And what we've done is we've got a couple of different preparations of the stone fruit.
This is so good. Matt, you and Carla, I've actually been really disciplined in the kitchen this morning because the smells that you and Carla are creating has just been so phenomenal.
Thank you, thank you.
Whoa, okay, talking about Carla, maybe we can bring Carla in while we wrap this up. You got your beautiful stuffing with the duck. We're gonna start building soon.
I'm gonna start building right now while you do these calls again.
Perfect, Carla, you slot in. Because while Matt's busy plating, let's talk about something that is quite amazing. How about now?
Yes.
So the two of you, how did this happen? Did it go, hi, I'm Matt, hi, I'm Carla, let's start a restaurant?
Let's go. We were actually working together at the test kitchen. And when COVID happened, we had to close the doors, which was a hard time for everyone in the whole country, but especially on the restaurant industry and hospitality. And chefs, we need to cook. We love to serve guests. We were yearning to get back in the kitchen, and we approached the Oranjesish market during COVID, and we started making these bao buns. And the idea was to just do it for a short stint. Test kitchen reopened. We said, thanks so much. And it was actually our boss, Chef Luke, who said, guys, you can't stop. And
sorry to interrupt you. You need to tell the real story of how we actually met. We used to work together. We didn't like each other.
And now we love each other.
And yeah, we opened the business together during COVID. And then through that became best friends at the same time.
So you weren't really besties before, but through opening up the restaurant and creating food, you became best friends.
Yeah,
guys,
long story short, we won't get into the details of why we weren't besties at the time. But since the business, and I think it's a nice way because people normally start as friends and then business can go sour, whereas it's gone the opposite for us. We started a business together and became best friends in the process.
I think that's so beautiful. And it encouraged me so much to want to get back into the restaurant industry, but it's a bit, hey. But I just love the beautiful relationships that are being built and formed and what's coming from them. The fact that there's a physical place where people can come and witness your friendship, which I think is so beautiful.
And tasty bows.
Yeah, tasty bows. We've got a voice note. Let's have a listen to that real quick.
Good morning, Expresso. This is a question for all three of the culinary experts. What's the one ingredient you think people completely underestimate in cooking?
Did you get that?
I think that's a pretty easy one. I think we speak about that all the time. You go ahead and tell us what it is called.
Salt. Where's your bucket of salt?
I actually don't have any salt here, surprisingly enough. Everything's seasoned perfectly already.
There we go. Oh, I love that.
I think salt's the one ingredient that can either make your food taste like nothing or it can ruin it completely. So having a nice balance and knowing how to use salt, which I don't think most people do. Sometimes even some of the chefs in our kitchens, I think, struggle with the salt use because they're a bit scared of it. So it is something to be cautious about, but this is something that needs to be utilized to its potential.
Definitely. Under seasoned food, I mean, it's I want to say a bad word. But yeah, Chef, you put in so much effort into creating this amazing dish, and then you miss out of that last step that just kind of like seals the deal.
Exactly.
There you go. So that's the answer for the professionals.
Absolutely.
Salt. Can I start tasting? Wait, Matt, let's talk about where you're at.
Sorry, I kind of started going ahead
Don't
while
go
we were
in.
chatting.
Okay.
I've just sliced the duck, put it on the plate. I'm going to add a couple of things. We've got a miso. We make the miso in the restaurant. We're using something called koji.
Love.
Long story short, it's a culinary magician made with any starches. It helps break and develop umami flavors. I won't get into the details. If interested, Google koji or message me. I'm happy to chat about it. But yeah, we make a miso with hazelnuts and the sorghum koji. We've got some stone fruit on the plate. We make our own umeshu from Marie's farm. Talking about zero waste, these are the early plums that fall on the ground that normally get wasted. So we collect them at the restaurant and make umeshu with it. And we're using the umeshu in the sauce, which I've made. And then I'm probably going to finish the dish off camera. I don't think I'm shaking a bit too much today.
No, okay, so tell you what, I'm going to take the camera off you for a second while I take a bite of one of these bowls while you plate up.
Please do.
This looks so good. Carla, what is this bowl I'm about to
we've
tuck
got
into?
our beef tonkatsu bar. We've also made our smoked oyster mushroom bar. So we've got a veg option and a beef option. And I think in Havana it's also so important, sustainable staffing. It's also such an important
I've got an
thing.
idea.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Never
Got an
spoken
idea.
enough about.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a bite, and then I want you to look into that camera, and while I can't talk because there's food in my mouth, you tell them about sustainable staffing.
Absolutely.
And go.
Okay, guys, so yeah, when we started it in COVID, so we're now at the Rainsdish market and the Timeout market, and you know, so many people had lost their jobs, and we really looked at, instead of outside hires of talented chefs or qualified chefs, we really looked at the people within the group, in the restaurant, scholars who we could mentor, uplift, really give them a skill that is just, you know, building a meaningful career. And I think it's so important for the industry in itself, really growing from within and just developing them further and further into this. What do you think?
Have I got something on my face?
No, you're good.
I love that. Okay, first of all, serious note. Taking sustainability not just in the produce that you work with, but in the whole philosophy of business. Guys, it is so difficult for me not to want to jump back to the restaurant scene right now. Everything you're saying, both you and Matt, so inspiring. It is the healthier side of this industry that I have been longing to see for so long. On this show, we always tell people, if you want to follow your passion of becoming a chef, go for it. But in the back of my mind, there's always that, you know, the environment is quite hostile at times. Having you and Matt here this morning has given me so much peace of mind to be like, no, go out and follow your passions, because there are chefs that are out there that are creating a space for you to project and express your passion.
Yeah, I think the industry's gone through a radical change. I think COVID was a catalyst for that, which I think is amazing. I think there's two sides to the coin. Obviously, there's a big conversation around kitchen culture with you know, the whole conversation going on with Noma at the moment, which is super popular. And there's, like I said, there's two sides of the coin. But yeah, things definitely changed for the better. And yeah, you got to be able to work with all different types of people, especially in South Africa, lots of different cultural backgrounds. You can't treat everyone the same because people have got different backgrounds and different ways of understanding and learning.
And it's all about understanding. I understand fully that having you, two of you in the kitchen this morning, absolutely amazing, such a treat. Thank you so much. Matt, while you're busy finishing plating, we'll come back to that in a bit. South Africa, you've been amazing to the both of you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Cannot wait to have you both back next year when you win new awards for the Lux Restaurant Awards. South Africa, don't go anywhere. We've got more coming back up after the ad break. It's more than the Oscars? We are already on our Oscar food winners right here, but you want to find out more about the Oscar winners? Stay tuned. Check it after the break. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show on this beautiful Wednesday. Now, we have to, of course, tick the box of entertainment, and I can't wait because a superstar is back with us today. From humble beginnings in Greytown to gracing the stage at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. It all goes down next week. Jabulile Majola is a musician known for his poetic storytelling and also deeply emotional sound. Now, he's been making waves with his Isitifiketi roadshow and continues to connect with audiences across the whole country. Now, before we catch up with him, and you can't wait for this one either, I promise you, let's have another look at his talent. Come here.
Bambi isandla sam, umuke nami mufo. Impazamo sam, angsalwa nganas, angiukhethanga lo mbuso.
That is very special.
Oh, it is very special. You're right. Oh my goodness. Let's give him a feel-good welcome after that absolute transformation. Or at least you took us elsewhere. Please remind us, where was that shot?
I think we were looking at St. George's Cathedral. I might be wrong.
My
but it might be
goodness.
that.
It kind of looks like that. I kind of see the vibe as well. I wish I was in that audience, but it's okay because we get a front row seat today. Jabulile, welcome back and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's
Okay.
really good to be back.
So you have come off of your tour and a literal road show.
Yes.
So you're going to have to break this down for us because if I'm not mistaken, you were actually on the road.
Yeah.
In a tour van, in a car?
In a car,
In a
yeah.
car, missioning
Yeah.
around the entire country with, of course, your Isitifiketi show. Please tell us if it was transformative for you, if it was a struggle, if you had victories along the way. Paint us a picture
Yeah.
of what that all looked like.
It was super tiring. It was my
Yeah.
first ever tour or road show.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do it because I wanted to take the music to the people. I think
course.
we are very used to inviting people to come to our venues and whatnot. And so I wanted to go on the road. So I think it was very tiring, but it was also very transformative. I think
Yeah.
it did a lot for where I'm at now. And it really made the music real because it's about telling stories and stories of the people among the people, you know.
And speaking about the people, remind us where you went, because you went around the country.
I started in Gqeberha,
Yeah.
and then I went to Makanda, and then I went to East London,
Sure.
which is Kukombo.
Yeah. All the names have
new
been
names,
changed.
exactly. And then I went to KwaZulu-Natal. I got to play at my home church as well in Greytown.
Yeah.
And then I played in my town as well. And then I went to, I forget some of the places. I went to Drakensberg, which was very special.
Incredible.
I got to play some of the songs for the Drakensberg Boys Choir.
Oh my
and sang with them.
goodness.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
got
a very special
goosebumps.
time. Tiring, but special.
I can imagine.
And then I went to Soweto.
Yeah.
I played a show in Soweto. I think that was the biggest show of the tour. And then after that, we ended in Durban. I mean, you can
Wow.
only end in that way.
I mean, hello. But you started in Cape Town.
We started in Cape Town,
Yeah.
but then we ended in Durban.
In Durban.
Right,
That makes
yeah.
sense. Coast to coast. The man has been busy. Do you feel like it's truly transformed you as an artist? Just that experience all around, because we're going to be building up to Jazz Fest, which I want to know more about. How do you feel after that?
I think it really becomes real when people actually enjoy the music,
Yeah.
and they don't just say they enjoy the music, but they actually buy tickets. You know, I always remind myself that people don't have to buy tickets, they don't have to listen. You know, but we get to share the stuff with them, and it actually is real for them as well, as much as it's real for us. So it feels like the dream is coming true, but then the people are actually receiving me in the way that they are, like in such a beautiful way. So I love that.
And I love the fact that it's led up to such a big moment, your debut at the Cape Town International Jazz Fest. I mean, it only makes sense for me that you would be on a stage like that, sharing with the likes of Jacob Collier, as well as Ravina, and Jimmy Nevis is going to be there too. So how are you preparing for this, and what can audiences expect?
I am very nervous. That's what
Yeah.
they can expect.
As you should be. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm also very humbled, you know. It doesn't happen to just anybody, you know what I'm saying? And so that's really cool. I mean, so how I'm preparing for this, I really want to tell the story exactly how I was telling it on the road show.
For sure.
It's very real, and it's about connecting. You know, someone asked me, how do you be so vulnerable in front, with your story? And I said, like, when you're willing to connect with the people, you are willing to forgo those things that sort of hinder people
And hold you back.
yeah, exactly. So you're willing
Sure.
to just be real with people.
And I love that. I feel like I've been to many jazz fests throughout the years, and that is the perfect space to be able to open up, and the people are going to be willing and waiting, just like we are on your Feel Good Breakfast show. You're performing for us, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, he is. Kamalile is here, and he's not going anywhere, bringing together storytelling and poetry like you've never heard before. Please brace yourselves, and it goes down in this hour.
Oh, Jabalile, on the honours roll now, my friend. Congratulations, and justifiably so. Perfect note, and yes, you will hear some perfect notes in a moment, but to carry us into the final hour of the show with our national news first. And we start here in South Africa, where experts are urging greater community involvement to combat tuberculosis in South Africa during TB Awareness Month. So while the World Health Organization reports a 53% decline in TB incidents since 2015 and improved treatment coverage, the disease remains one of the leading infectious killers globally, and certainly has a footprint in South Africa. Non-profit group TB HIV Care says that cure rates remain relatively low at 83%, with poverty and overcrowding and other socio-economic factors continuing to drive infections and complicate treatment outcomes. So that means we can do something about it. So good luck this week. Now, we stay in South Africa, where the Department of Basic Education has raised alarm over a dangerous trend among pupils known as chuffing, involving inhaling chemical fumes using improvised devices. The department was alerted through widely shared online clips that I think most of us have seen now, showing learners in school uniform inhaling substances, including the very toxic fire extinguishers. Now, officials warn the behavior poses severe health risks, brain surgery being our starting point, respiratory failure, and sudden death. Schools are urged to tighten safety measures. Please conduct random inspections and then monitor items brought onto premises while strengthening the education around substance abuse and risky behavior. This is one of those moments where you have to stand up for yourself and your friends. Now, casting an international gaze, two men have appeared in a Nairobi court yesterday accused of attempting to smuggle thousands of ants to China in what has become a lucrative illegal trade. So Chinese national Zhang Kekun was arrested at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport with more than 2,200 ants, including prized Mesocephalotes species, considered aphrodisiacs, in fact, delicacies, and even pets in places. And he appeared alongside Kenyan national Charles Mwangi, accused of also selling ants to 3 people convicted for the same crime last year. Both pleaded not guilty and could face up to 7 years in prison if convicted. Animal welfare matters. Now, it seems we move to the U.S., where a senior counter-terrorism official in the administration of President Donald Trump has now resigned, criticizing the handling of the conflict with Iran. So Joe Kent stepped down as director of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, arguing that the war was unnecessary and driven by external pressure from Israel. The White House rejected his claims, insisting there was credible intelligence of a threat. And his departure marks the most prominent internal dissent over the U.S.-Israeli operation, highlighting growing divisions within senior leadership now. Now let's flip the script just a little bit. A bold conservation idea from South African tech pioneer Mark Shuttleworth, we haven't heard from in a while, is bringing fresh hope to Principe Island, famous for its dense rainforests, beautiful volcanic peaks, and extraordinary biodiversity. And through his non-profit, the Fire Foundation, up to 3,000 adult residents will receive a yearly, quote, natural dividend of about $958 for helping safeguard the island's forests and wildlife. A perfect loop. The island on Africa's west coast forms part of a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, in fact, and is home to some rare creatures found nowhere else on Earth, including the tiny Principe thrush and the brilliantly colored Principe kingfisher. I hope you're seeing it on screen when it pops up. And the $17.5 million pilot also invests in housing and education, showing how protecting nature can uplift communities and preserve a remarkable island paradise. Hopefully we'll see you there soon, Mr. Shuttleworth. And that's where we leave our news for now. Let's delve into our sport from yesterday. The good and the bad, that's where we start. Let's start with our ladies. The women's Proteas, they bounced back to beat New Zealand's women by 18 runs in their second T20 International at Seddon Park. Tamsin Brits and Laura Wolfart are leading that charge there. Then Ayabonga Kaka starring with the ball in hand, 4 for 27 to seal a series-levelling victory. Then on the gents side, the flip side, Devon Conway, he was on form, struck a gritty 60 as New Zealand posted 175 for 6 before converting and bowling out the Proteas for 107, winning there by 68 runs in Hamilton. Ben Sears leading that attack with 3 for just 14 runs. Lockie Ferguson, he also weighed in with 3 wickets as that series also levelled now at 1 apiece. Oh, it's getting exciting at the top of the PSL. I think my voice even broke there. Mamelodi Sundowns, they fought back to beat Marumo Gallants 3-1 at Loftus. And Keanu Cupido, he opened the scoring before Ndaba Yitetwa and Glondlo levelled from the spot. And then Tebogo Mokoena netted twice after the break to seal that victory. And of course, most importantly, send Sundowns to the top of the Premiership table. A little further away, Paris Saint-Germain were on fire. In fact, they've been on fire all season. They crushed Chelsea 3-0 to seal an emphatic 8-2 aggregate win at Stamford Bridge. Then Arsenal, they eased past Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. Real Madrid, they progressed, knocking out Man City 5-1 on aggregate. That was after securing a 2-1 away win to book their quarter-final spot as well. And that's where we leave our sport for this morning. Hopefully not quite as competitive. Let's check on the roads.
Well, thank you, Gray. Let's check out what's going down in KZN on the roads out there. Starting out in Pietermaritzburg, motorists are advised of ongoing roadworks that's happening on the N3 in both directions between Ashburton and New England Road interchanges. Now, lanes remain restricted and motorists are urged to drive with caution and, of course, to remember to arrive safely. Out in Hammersdale in KZN, roadworks have been reported on the N3 bi-directional between Shongweni Interchange and Hammersdale Interchange. Now, drivers are advised to stay aware of their surroundings as they move through traffic and, of course, avoid texting while driving. Well, that is where we leave your roads. And once again, we wish you all the best out there as you tackle that traffic. Let's see how we can prepare you for the day. Well, when it comes to your weather out in Polokwane, there's a 45% chance of rain today, with afternoon thunderstorms expected. Temperatures will begin at 18 and rise to a pleasant 27. And looking ahead, cloudy and wet conditions will continue, with temperatures staying in the upper 20s. That brings us to Klerksdorp next, where scattered thunderstorms are the order of the day, with rain chanced at 40%. Temperatures start at a cool 14 degrees and reach a warm 25. Now, as the week does progress, expect increasing chances of rain, averaging at 31% come the weekend. Out in Pretoria today, you'll experience some morning showers, with the rest of the day being partly cloudy. Temperatures will sit between 18 and 25. Now, rain is forecast for the remainder of the week, with Friday chanced at 75. Bringing us to Johannesburg next, where you can expect scattered thunderstorms, with rain predicted at around 45% across your region. Temperatures begin at a lower 14, reaching a high of 22, and days to come bring you cloudy and wet conditions, with temperatures ranging between 14 and 25. Out in Mbombela on this Wednesday, today brings you cloudy skies along with afternoon thunderstorms. Your temperatures will look like 19 as your start, with a rise to 27 as your high. For the rest of the week, cloudy conditions will persist, with rain increasing as we go. Out in Bloemfontein, the day brings you some morning blessings forecast at 35%. 14 is your low, 26 is where your high is sitting. And looking ahead, expect temperatures in the upper 20s, with light showers forecast along the way. Bringing us to Richards Bay next, a bright and sunny start to your day out in Richards Bay, turning cloudy and wet a bit later on. Temperatures range between 22 and 30 degrees on this Wednesday. For the rest of the week, cloudy and wet conditions remain, with temperatures in the upper 20s. Moving into Durban next, where you can expect sunny skies today, with temperatures starting at 23 and then climbing to a nice warm 29. Now looking ahead, cloud cover increases towards the weekend, with moderate rain gradually making its presence felt. Mtata, it's your turn now, where you can expect a 90% chance of rain today, with afternoon thunderstorms on the cards. Temperatures will begin at a cool 17 and rise to 29 as your max. For the rest of the week, wet and cloudy conditions are set to persist. Let's see what Craddock's looking like. Wet conditions are set to dominate your area today, with afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will rise from 15 to 28 as your high. And the days ahead, temperatures remain in the upper 20s, with rainy conditions increasing. Out in Ebeja, today brings scattered thunderstorms with a 55% chance of rain. Our temperatures will climb from 19 to a warmer 27 degrees. Continuing on to the week, warm weather continues with partly cloudy skies and a few light showers. In the gorgeous George, expect some light showers today with scattered thunderstorms across your region. Now your temperatures will look like a cool 17 start to a comfortable 22 high. And looking ahead at the rest of the week, rain will persist until Saturday, with temperatures holding in the lower 20s. Cape Town, you are up next, where morning showers kick off your Wednesday with a southerly breeze. Now your temperatures range from 18 to 26. Skies clear later on in the week, with strong winds arriving from Saturday. From Cape Town, we move next into Sutherland, where you can expect mostly cloudy skies today with scattered thunderstorms in some areas. Temperatures, well, they will climb from 12, a chilly start in the morning, to a warm 25 as your high. Tomorrow, there's a 50% chance of rain expected, with clouds and sun alternating for the rest of the week. Out in Kimberley, partly cloudy skies are expected today, with a light 20% chance of rain. Temperatures will vary between 15 and 28, so a nice warm day in Kimberley. Over the next coming days, expect weather conditions to remain the same, with temperatures reaching the high 20s to 30s. And last but absolutely never least, we've got Uppington, where today promises mostly sunny skies with some afternoon thunderstorms. Our temperatures start at a warm 20, climbing to a nice hot 33. And looking ahead, there is a 50% chance of rain expected tomorrow, with highs hitting 35 degrees. Well, that's a look at what your weather is doing on this Wednesday across the country. But wherever you're tuned in from Mzansi, we just want to say thank you, and we also love you. And we love Fancy Nancy the absolute most, because she always comes through from Pennington, KZN, with the most gorgeous morning views. Now, we've had some great morning views this morning at 6 and 7 o'clock. But Fancy Nancy, I have to say that this one definitely takes the cake. It looks absolutely gorgeous on your side of town. And if you feel like yours could beat it, it's not a competition, but maybe it is. You can let us know on 0630369649. That's our WhatsApp line directly in studio. Send the pictures, send the videos, send a selfie with you in the sun. We just want to see your creativity at display. So make sure you get in touch with us as we enter into the final hour of your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
When bugs invade, use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
All right, we've been plugging you in with some big numbers all week. Let's stay on trend. Mzansi, if you play your Lotto, there is an estimated 55 million rand sitting in the jackpot this Wednesday. We're going to make it rain. Lots of cash this March on everybody. So what are you waiting for? Right now, get your tickets. Well, don't leave just yet. You can get them in store when they open. You can get it right now. nationallottery.co.za online. Use their mobile app. Use your own cell phone banking app just to do it. And we'll remind you again on the Expresso social, so you've literally got no excuse. Make sure you put yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto for an estimated 55 million rand in the jackpot today. All the best of luck. So whether you win or not, we will give you the beautiful ethereal tones of Jabulile Majola. He is here representing Cape Town, South Africa at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. He is sounding exquisite this morning. He's going to take us to another plane. And then, of course, we're going to get judgerig as we tackle the Oscars. I cannot wait to see the massive successes, yes, and the failures and flops on the red carpet of Hollywood's most glittering night. You can be judgerig with us after this. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back. Yes, we're still talking Oscars. 3 days in, and we cannot stop because the Oscars red carpet isn't just about fashion. It is a statement, Graham. Do you know this?
It's on brand, okay? You got to make your statement in the most watched moment in entertainment. And this year,
Ever.
celebrities showed up just like my friend has showed up. I've been struggling to know even how to talk to you this morning.
Don't talk to me.
Because you're so zhuzh.
Don't
See,
talk to
that's
me.
the energy all day that I've had to deal with. Please
Okay, I'm going to give you a
take
little look. So I'm wearing this gorgeous ensemble by Woolworths, and monochrome goes a long way, right? And if you bring it all the way up, you can see the texture of the fur. Texture was all the rage when it came to the Oscars this year. You'll see feathers everywhere.
Because a little bit of contrast, it's dramatic, hey? When you've got to kind of follow and you think, okay, but it's one tone, and hang on a minute, there's a lot going on
There's
there.
something there.
I would have,
Success!
for Carissa.
Graham Richards gives me a success. That means I've made it in life.
No, it means absolutely nothing in the world of fashion, unfortunately. But I will still weigh in because I am feeling quite judgy this morning, and I did actually recognize it feels like we're in a bit of a golden era in terms of the actresses and just how gorgeous and timeless
they're looking, hey?
Okay, but there might be a reason why. The substance could be involved. No, it's not a real thing. It's from a movie, okay?
Goodness.
Can we start with Demi
Let's
Moore?
start with her. Demi Moore. Okay, so she wore custom Gucci. And when I say feathers, I mean feathers. Dramatic emerald feather-covered gown that instantly became one of the night's most talked about looks. She also was one of the presenters of the night, so of course she had to step up and look the part. She looks insane.
I love it. It's very dramatic. Maybe a little too much for some people's sensibility, but I think...
Graham, that dress costs more than you do.
100%. Well, I don't know.
Feathers are expensive.
In installments. In installments, okay? It costs more than it weighs, okay? No, it is exquisite. It's dramatic. And again, feeding off texture as opposed to a shift in color. You've got one mode that just drifts into that iridescent color. We heard Keenan speaking about that, the shimmer of petrol. These kind of moments you can play with light.
You know what?
See, I'm learning, I'm listening.
Yes.
But there is an iridescence, maybe that's the right word, that just screams. So for a little black dress,
with a little
on another
emerald,
number.
10 out of 10. I wish she did something different with her hair, like a pullback, but I will say an immediate success.
Because she could do the pullback.
She
for
can.
Sure. And it might have made it a bit severe. I might check out how much I
Maybe.
know.
So she
could have been
softened
too
it
much.
with the loose hair. Okay.
Otherwise, she would have looked like Corella
Fashion
DeVille a little
police,
bit.
Joan Rivers. I love to see it. Okay, well, from Demi Moore, let's move to the Chanel look by Tiana Taylor.
I love it.
Striking black and white as Chanel does, with sheer feather details, high fashion. Meets a bit of drama, I would say.
And it's young.
It's young.
It's
As
not
she is.
oldie.
No.
It's young and vibrant and fresh and beautiful. I like that.
I like her.
I was going to say, ain't nobody going to be saying nothing negative.
About
We
Tiana.
actually only have one side of the pedal.
We do.
Okay.
We don't have another side, Tiana.
No, I've seen what you did to the bodyguards
Right.
there. I'm not going to
Don't
mess
come
with
for
her.
us.
Don't come for her, okay? You ready?
3, 2, 1. Immediately.
Yeah. Wow.
Success.
For a
10s
second there, I
across the
thought I got
board.
it.
You got it wrong.
Just, and this is what I see in my head all the time is hot mess. Hot
Okay, was Kate Hudson a success or a hot mess?
I hope she
came through with a teal number.
I think that's beautiful.
Armani
I
Privé
love
gown,
that.
rare green diamonds, very old Hollywood glam. I love the shape and silhouette of this dress.
That necklace is more than all of our houses combined
Even
for the
my
rest of
life.
our lives.
Yeah.
I wonder what the insurance was.
Crazy.
On that.
Because imagine somebody just...
She looks exquisite. I love it.
she looks
I think
so
the cut, the fit, the little bit of
Everything.
flash, again, one mode.
Yeah.
But how can you kind of
Use
really
it up.
elevate it? What do you think of her hair? Seeing
10
as
out
you're
of 10.
judgy over hair.
No, but Demi did nothing. She just woke up, the hair was loose. She at least put a Hollywood glam curl in this one.
And
Off
a
to
bit
the
of an old school.
sides.
So now here, she's leaning into tradition and a bit of an old school flair and flavour, which I love. Old style Hollywood, I think.
Classic Hollywood. And she brought her mom Goldie Hawn to the Oscars with her. So, of course, she had to look just as good as Mama. Success.
10 things I love about you, Kate Hudson. Hey, you thought.
You
just
thought.
for a second.
Oh, you teaser.
They've done well.
They've done fantastic
it's
so
classic
far.
beauty and style. Gwyneth Paltrow always makes me nervous. Oh. I mean...
A bit meh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, seeing what monochrome has become these days,
Right.
with iridescent shine, I don't know. It
She
feels
does
like,
look good, but I mean...
Is there such a thing as an understatement?
Underwhelming.
Oh, I get
Oh,
that.
sorry.
But like you're trying to send a message that I don't need to. I don't have to
Maybe.
have 3,000 feathers sticking out of my...
I will say this much. I've been watching a lot of older films, which I've been telling you, and she was the it girl in like the 90s.
Her and Brad were like
Wow.
that, and Brad was like that to Harvey Weinstein. You touch my girl, I'm gonna die. That was Hollywood.
Hollywood.
That was Hollywood, yo.
So I'll give it to her because I've been loving her. I'll give her half.
I
I'm gonna give her half.
love Brad Pitt so much. I'm not gonna mess with him. I'm gonna say it's classic, it's beautiful. I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna say success.
Okay, nice job. She gets 1.5 points at least. Okay.
Same.
Nicole Kidman is up next. Does she impress us more? Ooh, Nicole.
Okay, she put a little bit of effort
Oh,
in.
I like this. Okay, part of the major feather trend once again. Elegance, drama, couture.
Look at the expression on her face.
She knows she looks
She's
good.
loving it. She is
knows
loving
she looks
every
good.
second of that cinch, of the flow, the drama in all the right places with
Oh.
the feathers. Again, and
The
she's
corset
introduced.
detail.
Yeah, I love a corset.
Same.
I don't know what that says about a person. If they,
I mean, it brings the body together. What waste? Waste where?
Waste for what?
For who?
So no waste day. We said absolutely zero waste.
It is a zero waste day
on
today.
our day today. I love it.
was
And
great.
also, I've got a real soft spot for Nicole Kidman because of how much she's pouring into the next generation of filmmakers.
Mm.
So she only attaches herself and her money to projects that are empowering other artists at the moment. And she'll put herself in there
I
because
love
she
it.
still looks like she is,
Yeah,
well,
and the
ageless.
color's so similar to her skin color, but you can still see her.
It's beautiful.
How do I like this twice? Success and then
Sure.
another success.
We'll double it up.
Double it up.
We'll have a shared success in the middle. Well done.
Okay, let's look at the next
Sure. Is
generation, the
someone gonna
younger
bomb out,
girlies.
man?
Olivia Rodrigo, maybe she tried something new. That is a no for me.
Are we-
Youthful, fashion-forward look, okay, maybe. She incorporated some feathers, not for the Oscars.
I mean...
I don't want to see your legs.
I mean, I went to a matric dance. Okay, I went to a matric dance. We all had to make our own outfits for matric dance.
Okay, is it
and
giving
it's-
that?
I'm sorry. Now, that sounds awful and very judgerach, but come on. How are you
Come
going to be
on.
standing next to Gwyneth Paltrow's of the world in
Come
designer
on.
outfits? And
You made your own dress.
it's very cute. I bought it in a store, not the Oscars.
Yeah.
I feel terrible even just saying these things
No,
out
she's
loud.
got a long life to live.
Yeah,
She can come
100%.
back again.
You must learn.
She can come back again. She's gonna learn.
I'm sorry, I'm just not built for this
mess.
paddle, this side of the paddle. Hot mess, man.
Sorry, but somebody had to have a hot mess.
And what if this now, me saying this live on TV in South Africa affects her career?
It would
What if it's happened with batsmen before in cricket?
definitely not.
It could happen, man.
Driver's license 2 is gonna come out.
If anything, I've just validated how good her fashion choices actually
yeah,
are.
great. You're
I'm
okay.
sorry,
I think
girl,
You're gonna
I'm
be
sorry,
fine.
man.
Okay, Jessica Alba, please don't disappoint
Give me
us.
your paddle. Give me your paddle.
No, okay,
Give me your
immediate
paddle.
success.
No, you're not.
Immediate
Exactly.
success.
Don't you
She
even
looks
talk.
gorgeous. She's always been a 10 out of 10.
Look, there is a term that work men and husbands
Use.
allow. I will work with her as well, okay?
Okay.
She will, that's all right.
Am I allowed to be jealous?
You are allowed to be jealous. It's one of those things. No, she is absolutely beautiful.
This is how you do feathers well also,
But
hey?
what blows my mind, I think she was my teenage crush.
Yeah, I get that.
And come on, along with everyone else, I think. She just seems so lovely. I mean, look at her right there. She just looks like the nicest person on the planet.
Honey, our Honey. I know her from Honey and Dark Angel. She's giving Dark Angel.
Now you're giving your age away.
Success. You gave your age away. Pedro Pascal, love him.
To
Did
bits
he
and
do
pieces.
well?
He is very fashion forward, though.
He is. Is there something on his chest? I can't tell.
I remember my first Miss essay that I had to host, I was given a little bolero jacket.
Oh.
And it was so exciting. And then when I stood in a room with everyone else in normal suits,
Yeah.
I just felt silly.
Oh, no.
And it was a beautiful designer who did amazing things, and that went on to be a big style. So that just proves my fashion
You
forwardness.
were way ahead of the curve.
So I understand the avant-garde nature of trying to do something
And
differently.
it's difficult for a guy because what can you do?
Is that too fast? Is this fast fashion being represented in a space where maybe a little slow fashion would be better?
I'm going to say no because it's Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
And to me, he can do absolutely no wrong, even with his pose like
sure.
this. I don't know what's going on there. But that flower, actually, to me, it works.
Really?
Yeah. To me, it's a success. But that's because I'm biased. I
But
do
also,
love
you
Pedro.
intimidate. It's like you're using a Jedi mind trick on me because it's Pedro Pascal.
We have to.
I'm going to say hot mess. Pedro, I love you, guy. I love you, man, but I just can't understand it. I can't understand the outfit. Are you a Latin American dancer? Are you going out to do it? I don't know.
All of the above. Okay, our Oscar winner, Amy Madigan. Did she look the part of a winner?
It's a statement.
Not the silence.
When you get her character and her nature, she's a disruptor. She's there to have zero concerns for other people. Okay? We're not judging her.
You are on a red carpet at the Oscars, the
Okay, I get it.
Academy Awards.
I get it. I
Why are
understand.
you wearing a blazer and a pair of pants that you probably had for years?
Oh, what if she
And
went
she
and
won an
spent-
Oscar.
She might have spent days searching for the right fit for those pants. It might have broken
don't
her
even
spirit.
fit well.
It might have broken her spirit, and that was enough.
But we do love you, and congratulations once again for your award. Jeremy Pope, come on, redeem us.
Again, no.
You go ahead.
No.
You
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
I'm going to say that because if you're going to wear a beautiful tuxedo, just make it fit beautifully.
Just make it fit
Don't be
well.
rolling in your brother's suit that doesn't fit you. I'm sorry. That was awful. I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
No, I get it, 'cause
Jeremy Pope, man, come on,
In
dude.
3 years, he's going to fit in the blazer.
And he is probably beautifully framed as well.
Yeah.
He's probably got a gorgeous figure underneath all of that. Reveal it to the world, hey?
Take the shirt off, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But well done for trying the avant-garde approach. We say well done to everybody, whether we gave you
Beautiful.
a hot mess or a
Do you give them
success.
one of these claps? Just a little.
One of these, and then a hello from Pedro Pascal. Somebody that's a major success. Jabulile Majola is here, and we cannot wait to get into this performance ahead of Cape Town International Jazz Festival. It's happening next week, and yes, he will take to the stage there, and will take to the stage here. Jabulile.
Yeah, what are you going to perform for us first?
Hi, igama Jabulile Majola, and this is Upubesi. This is a song about hope for all that are lost, that they would someday return home.
Lomfana ufana nse nobamncane kusha amalungu omndeni ekhaya sakhala emhlanganweni salukazi sithi ichwane likabhubeso sahamba washonela ngale enyakatho waphephetheka okwephepha umfana kagogo nomoya Tula tula salgas, isazodlula ingane yakho, isazowela ngalapha. Tula tula salgas, isazodlula ingane yakho, isazowela ngalapho. Nginesiqiniseko sokuthi ezolahleka. Skoto moya wasehlane siphapame ba uthakazanga bhale ngishe yodwa incwadi kodwa ubhubesi engubeni uphuphe ngawo ewelela ngale kukhahlamba ephepheteka namajazi imthwalo yohamba ezanganeno usazowela ngalapha Thula usazowela ngalapho Thula thula salgas isazodlula ingane yakho isazowela ngalapha Thula thula salgas isazodlula ingane yakho isazowela ngalapho mhlambe namhla uzobuya lapha ephuma khona oh mhlambe namhla uzobuya lapha ephuma khona mhlambe namhla uzobuya namhla uzobuya lapha ephuma khona mhlambe namhla uzobuya namhla uzobuya lapha ephuma khona
Give it up. Jabulile, come on. Success all the way around. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
It only makes sense that you're going to be stepping onto major stages next week. Are you excited? I know you said you were nervous earlier.
I'm excited as well.
You're excited as well. Just bring all of that and you'll be totally fine. Cape Town International Jazz Festival goes down next weekend from the 27th to the 28th of January. Get your tickets because you want to see the superstar live. We'll see you straight after this break.
Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Want in? Simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
As you can see right now, Easter is a time to gather, to share good food, eat a lot of sweet treats and enjoy those simple moments with our loved ones. And I'm loving this girl today, so I'm glad we get the opportunity to share.
Yeah, and we do it all thanks to Woolworths because, you know, our planning starts exactly there. Whether you're looking for chocolate treats or ready meals that you just got to eat immediately, fresh flowers, new season fashion, pickled fish. They've got great pickled fish. You'll find everything you need in one place. And we've got it right here as well.
Amazingly enough, we aren't leading with the pickled fish this morning for some reason. I can't figure it out. But no, it'll have its place. Don't you worry. But when it comes to Easter treats, there is, I think, something for everyone and everyone's budgets, however you place it into your own family culture.
It's true. So if you have like an Easter egg hunt that you're planning or need those classroom treats for all the teachers and parents, you can shop small spoils for under 30 Rand, which starts over there.
Take a look on our right, your left.
Right. And such cute treats then if you're looking for something a little more special. Woolworths also has thoughtful gifts and treats treats for under 70, 100, and under 200.
I'm just checking at the 70s.
Oh, yummy.
I mean, when they say push the boat out and have a little bit of fun with it, look at that.
Oh, that looks delicious.
I know.
I'll keep that for Christmas and hang it on my tree.
Why would you have chocolate popcorn when you can have double chocolate popcorn?
Oh, my gosh, sign me
Get out
up
of town.
immediately.
And you do get your classic, modes that we love and we understand. But then you get something that's going to make you feel a little bit better. This is a medley of salted caramel, white chocolate, and double chocolate popcorn.
I need to put that in my bag.
Enrobed in milk chocolate in every way that you can imagine. I mean, get out of town.
Okay, so those are the under 70s. And then, of course, under 30s are all your marshies that we know and love. And I love those for Easter egg hunts because they're quick and easy to just throw in your bag, you know?
Can we talk 100 here?
Please, can we talk 100?
Let's talk about one thing here. Okay, Chuckles we know and love. I dig it. I love it. Don't buy that for me for Easter, okay? Get it for yourself because you deserve it.
I know you're looking at this one.
I'm swapping things around. Hopefully the whole display is not going to just disappear.
You're going to put him at number 1.
I'm going to read this to you. Hollow milk chocolate egg with green apple flavoured cable piece.
Oh, yummy. And those are my favorite. Graham put me onto those at Woolworths. They're so addictive.
I mean, come on.
Delicious.
Darren Simpson actually put me on the cables. I was listening to him on radio and he was going off about them and I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about them for an entire day.
I have to have them.
So thanks, Darren. I love you, guy.
Oh, yummy.
Absolutely beautiful. But guys, so if you've got a flavour profile or something you like, jump right in. Absolutely responsibly sourced, every element of cocoa that is represented here. And I love that cocoa products that we can support, that we know we are making a positive impact for cocoa farmers, their families, while also helping to protect nature because we consume so much of this.
We do, every single year and beyond. And then we have Woolies biscuits too that are baked by members of the local community in Boerland. Inspired by home-style baking, they produce smaller batches using locally sourced ingredients wherever possible. They are just so baked slowly and delicious, carefully handpicked for quality you can taste. And they're involved here for sure. But I want to talk about this one too.
I know, that's the benchmark. I know we love our marshmallow eggs, but for me, the white eggs are the absolute best. But I love the fact that we've got a full budgetary range here. So treats under 70, Woolworths is offering you a variety of the single eggs. We've got beautiful chocolate bunnies that make the perfect Easter treats. And also for Easter egg hunting, they work really, really well.
Right, because you've got that felt flower over there. Also, that is an Easter bunny topper.
A little
it's
marker.
Bright, it is beautiful, perfect for kids and also parents. I've done one as an adult before and it was the best time I'd ever had.
That's actually a really cute idea. That's really
such
cool.
a good idea because it brings out the inner child in you. So bring out the colors, bring out the treats, bring out the fun.
And lean into it, man. It's one of those where you can have a whole lot of fun and eat a ridiculous amount of chocolate. So the treats are under 100 Rand. They're going to brighten your Easter celebrations. We've got beautiful coloured marker here so they can keep a bit of Easter with them forever. And then, of course, the themed eggs that are just next level.
And you can't get one. You have to get all of them, okay? Every single colour. And then we've got the treats for under 200, which is also such a steal. Woolworths also offers great DIY kits like this one over here. A chocolate moulding kit, which is absolutely fantastic. Everything comes in there so that you can spend quality time with your family. A really fun way to keep your kids busy.
That's where Easter begins and ends. Can you imagine? It might kind of disrupt the illusion of the Easter bunny hiding your Easter eggs, but how cute is that? So imagine doing this for like a school treat to take to a teacher.
Oh my gosh.
How much will your teacher love your child with a little bit of effort when the result is this delicious?
And it comes with the drops and sprinkles. Like everything is sorted. The mold is a carrot. Like how cute
And
can you get?
if you're a grown-up and expecting a different kind of Easter, all I'm saying is you've got a nice little ice tray there as well.
Oh my goodness.
I think, so that's great. The DIY stuff is awesome for me, speaking from a parent's perspective, because they can really get involved and it just turns it into an experience. But that
the buddy bag
is the cutest thing on the table. I love that because you've got to be able to clearly have a lot of space for your Easter eggs.
Absolutely. Put everything inside it once you've won the Easter egg hunt. And yes, we are rooting for you. And of course, rooting for Woolworths that has grouped gifts and treat shopping by price to just make it quick and easy when you go on out there this coming Easter. It can get quite overwhelming at times.
It can. And when your work colleagues or your family, there is an expectation. But you can meet everyone's needs and shop these beautiful foodie treats and gifts in-store, online, or on their amazing app.
Now we've got a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card to give away. Of course, we've got something for you. To enter, find the Woolies competition post on the Expresso, Facebook, X or Instagram pages and just answer this one question. What's your favorite Easter treat from Woolies? It is easy. Graham, grab yours immediately. I knew it. I knew it.
It has to be. It has to be that. Please, guys, don't forget to hashtag Woolies Easter so that we know you want to take part in the competition. And it's going to close on Sunday, the 22nd of March. That's this coming Sunday at midnight. At this time of year, when it's Woolies and it's for free, we're going to get a lot of entries. So please make yours good. But you can find all the T's and C's that come into effect on expressoshow.com. Good
I love
luck.
it. Now pass me that popcorn.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
For your Christmas tree next year.
Cheers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're still talking all things Easter as we're building up to the big day happening in the beginning of April. And right now, of course, before us, we have to have the perfect table setting for the occasion. Now, Easter is around the corner. Whether you're planning a relaxed brunch or a full family feast, setting a beautiful table can make the day feel more special. From beautiful, thoughtful settings and places to seasonal touches, create the right atmosphere can really bring everybody together. And that's how we brought in Meg, our homeware stylist, to show us how to get the right scene and bring little Easter magic into our homes. And you already have, Meg. I'm seeing Easter eggs in all the plates on the board over there.
Amazing time.
I love chocolate. Oh man, who doesn't love chocolate? So Meg, when it does come to Easter, are there any trends that you're really looking out for that have caught your attention?
Okay, so I love this question as a homeware stylist because I tend to veer away from trends, right? Because I love in homeware that something really lasts in your home. You're investing in a piece, and Woolworths does the everlasting table really, really well.
Oh, I love that.
In doing it with the color palette. So this kind of color palette we're never going to see go out of style, right? These kind of browns, neutral tones really lean into a color palette. And then with the textures, that is where I say really shine. Because again, like cottons and linens are so trendy, but it is something that you're going to look at it next year and it's going to be
got longevity. It's got legs on it. I can see me setting this up for like a little autumn gathering with my friends as well.
Exactly.
So beautiful.
So from Easter to a July Sunday roast, we are sorted.
100%. Okay, so when it comes to the table setting, please take us through all the details because it's beautiful.
Let me break it down. It is so good. So if you can see in the front of the table, which I absolutely love, I've actually layered 2 of the same. You spoke about monochromatic earlier with your outfit. I've layered 2 beautiful tablecloths. A very similar texture, but the details, you know, I am all about those details. The details is what matters. So we've got a beautiful stitching over here, and then we've got a raw edging, kind of, you know, that like rustic feel, which rustic is very trendy around the Easter time, which we're absolutely loving. So then I'm going to break this down because we've done some beautiful magic over here. Okay, so I have not 1, but 2 placemats. Okay?
Wow.
Again, layering with your outfits with homeware is a key piece to do.
And textures, look at the difference.
So this is the leather, okay, how stunning. And then it also just gives that like edgy feel in a rustic look, which also then leans into this kind of like corner weave, which is so beautiful. So again, layering that, peeking it out in the corner. Exactly, just like how you'd layer a shirt or something.
Lovely.
It is exactly the same kind of principles. Really have fun with your homeware. I always speak about that. So, pop of gold jewelry, you know, just a little piece of something. We have the most beautiful stainless steel range. Dishwasher safe, because
love to hear it.
Nobody's washing dishes around Easter, right? Absolutely no one. And then the earthenware, okay? Woolies is pioneering the earthenware space, and I am loving this.
I love it.
Again, it's that texture, but it will have such longevity. Over the autumn-winter season, this is so perfect. It just adds a little layer on the table, right? Without it just being your plain white crockery. So this is a gorgeous way, and also what's great is that we have it in 3 different plates. We've got the dinner plate, the side plate.
Lovely.
Which we love. And then your pasta bowl.
Ooh.
Stunning.
A little seafood pasta for Easter.
Little seafood pasta, exactly.
Yes.
And then, is a table complete without a napkin?
Never.
Right, never. So this gorgeous checkered is so lovely, and I think it also just alludes to Easter again. It's that stunning, stunning pattern, but like such a gorgeous texture in it, which is beautiful.
Ooh, that's nice.
Of course, you have to have your glassware.
Yeah.
Don't set your table out of glassware, and don't just do water glass. Add layers, because that is again layering onto, you know.
And you've got 3 glasses per person here.
3 glasses, because we're celebrating. Why not?
To that.
So we have your water glass. This is the Montreal range, and it is lead free, which is so much safer, non-toxic for you. And Woolies is just doing the most with it. I mean, how stunning is that?
The little champagne flute, the wine glass. And you don't have to have wine. You could put some juice in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You could fancify your non-alcoholics. I love that.
Fancify it. I love it. And then, like I always talk about, layer in your serveware pieces.
Yeah.
So I've brought in the wood because it warms up the space really nicely.
And
then
the level.
The layers.
I'm learning.
The layers are so stunning. So think about your hot cross buns, you know, all piled on top of there. It really is that kind of, you know, that talking piece.
Lovely, Meg. Well, I'm so obsessed with every single detail. Like you said, you and Woolworths are so good at having those details that truly matters. But how can we add? How can we elevate? What more can we do to our Easter table?
Okay, you know, a centerpiece is always where I shine.
Yep.
I feel like that is, a really the thing that just brings everything together.
Statement, yes.
So, how stunning is this bowl from Woolworths? Okay, absolutely beautiful. Also, I'm going to show you inside.
Oh,
because
it's got depth.
Imagine water in here and floating candles.
Wow.
Because I always talk about transitioning your lunch table to your evening table. Your guests are going to be there. Think about like that. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. But what I've done, I have found faux eucalyptus, which is so beautiful, and it comes in a range of different colorways.
Ooh.
This has just, all you do.
Oh, it's bendy.
It's
bendable.
bendy. It's bendy, so you can really, really play around with this. Also, another reason why I wouldn't use fresh necessarily, remember the overpowering scent when we are eating. So now we've got pickled fish, we've got all the different like spices.
Which is a smell in and of itself.
And then you've got the eucalyptus. So you could literally, and again, no water, nothing. If you have a green finger.
No, listen, I'm an advocate for a faux plant. I've got a couple in my house. I'm not mad at it.
Absolutely. And then think that this goes straight into your lounge afterwards. So, you know, just layering it in is perfect. So then, just like this. We haven't forgotten about the Easter eggs. 'Cause how can you, okay? I am just literally creating little Easter moments in here.
Stop it, Meg. So it's like a little Easter egg hunt within the table setting.
Exactly. You don't have to go anywhere. You can watch the kids in an apartment. This is your little Easter egg. And I think it's such a cute way of kind of ending the meal with a dessert. Having the hot cross buns even around on the base is such a great way to kind of interact. No one has to get up. No one has to fuss. It's all about convenience.
Oh my gosh, convenience is key when it comes to just sitting and lounging around a table with family for hours on end. So that definitely makes me incredibly happy. Meg, you've done it again. I'm so excited. Can I ask you, which one is your favorite Easter egg? Are you the white covered one or the really big hollow?
The really big hollow one. And I wouldn't mind if there was a chuckle hiding in it, I'm going to say.
Just putting it out there. I don't know if Clem is still around, but now we know exactly what Meg is into. And just like that, our Easter table is set. Meg, thank you so much once again. Coming through with all the great tips. Now bring your friends and family together around a beautiful table this Easter. Shop these items and more at Woolworths. You could do so available in-store, online, and of course on the app. Cheers, Meg.
Oh, cheers.
Clink, clink. I think we get to bite it now. I'm so good.
I'm going to go for the bunny.
I think you've got to spend at least half an hour making your whole face white. That's how you eat those Easter eggs. Absolutely love that. Well, you can have as many Easter eggs as you want for the rest of the year, one every day. If you play your Lotto today, 55 million rand is sitting waiting for you in the jackpot this Wednesday. We're going to make it rain lots of cash this March, and we've proven it already. So what are you waiting for? Please get your tickets as soon as you can. If it works for you, go in store. Go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app, and your cell phone banking will generally have a little drop down in there to make it so easy. And even easier, you can head over to the Expresso socials, and we've got all those details there, so you can put yourself in the running to win big by playing your Lotto today for an estimated 55 million rand. It's massive, and it could be yours. So all the best of luck. Now, I've got to say, Jabulile has stolen our hearts today. We are so proud of the fact that he gets his moment to shine at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. I'm now beginning to understand what an honor that actually is. But the honor today belongs to us because we are his audience right now.
We're the Gut Girls, and we're super excited to have partnered with Entiro in their Feed the Good campaign.
You stand a chance of winning one of 3 Le Creuset 5,000 Rand hampers weekly.
Head over to the Entiro website and download the Feed the Good recipe booklet.
You then cook one of these recipes, take a picture and upload it to your social media platform and tag Entiro Probiotic.
If you missed any of the details, find them in the caption below, as well as the T's and C's.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you recyclers. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't a recycler. Okay, I know we've been very judgy today, so I'm going to judge you if you're not a recycler, because today is the day. Now, we actually put it to you guys. What is your favorite way to reuse or maybe repurpose, reimagine something instead of throwing it away? We asked on some voice notes, and you guys delivered this morning and gave us some great comments as well. So let's see how good you are at sustainability this morning.
Ooh. Well, let's check it out. Pude says, good morning. I use my empty cool drink bottles and turn them into planters.
Very nice.
Pude, that
green.
is crazy.
Go green.
Wow, I love to
it.
see that.
Let's see what Wayne Claassen is doing to inspire us. Dwayne, my apologies there. Happy Global Recycling Day. One of my favorite ways to repurpose items is turning old glass jars into storage containers, or even mini indoor plant pots. You see, we're on the same vein here. It's simple, practical, and gives things a second life instead of ending up in the bin.
True.
My grandfather used to recycle little glass jars to keep all of his tools and little bits.
My dad too, all in the garage, 100%. Just piled up. Yeah.
I love it. Lots of mini jars.
Well, let's see what else we've got from you to gain inspiration. Selane says, good morning. I use plastic bags from different retailers to make a floor mat.
Get out.
Selane.
Just, come on. You know, give us a company name. We want to put it out there. Let's squeeze one more.
We want you on the show too. Come
Kimberly
through.
Claire saying this morning. Good morning, Expresso team. You as well. Happy Wednesday. I turn old cardboard boxes into storage bins or craft material.
Right. I
Get
remember using,
creative.
the toilet paper at the end, the brown part. We would use that growing up to reimagine anything into whatever was possible. So, you know what? You're onto something there.
Oh, I love it. So keep expressing your recyclingness on this vitally important day for all of us. It's Global Recycling Day. Just think about what you can do in your space. Not the bigger picture, just those little moves that make a big impact.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Right now, we're going to head into a performance. We have to get sent into this Wednesday just feeling good. And Jabulile Majola knows exactly how to do that.
This is Wazamdana, and the song is an invitation to experience true and pure love.
Another feel-good production.